Okay. Man, you would think I know what these buttons do, man. That's crazy. It's just been too long. I mean, we had one recently, but all right. Let me make it to the page up. Oh. Okay. Can I full screen this and then? Yup. Let me see if that updates, man. Let me get the chat rolling too, if there is a chat. Oh, I see the 100s. See, look, I should know what that does. We've had those before, and I've said that before. I'm like, I don't know what this does. Oh, I'm not doing the right thing. That's not it. Hold up. I see y'all. One sec. I'm not doing the over here struggling. Look, I'm like, hey, you know that dude, that old dude that doesn't know technology? That's what I'm doing over here. One sec. How we doing? I can see chat right now, actually. I got to move it over. Dude, this thing's an hour and a half, man. We're watching a whole movie. Yo, we're watching a whole movie. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get ready for bed, man. Okay, boom. Maybe I'll throw a movie on. Nah. I was like, wait a minute. Let me check out Inside the Den because I forgot to react to it today. It's an hour and a half. It's an actual movie, so we can just forget the movie. We'll just watch this. Chat's popping too, man. We're live late. And we will watch this whole... Well, we should watch this whole thing unless something goes wrong. I'm sure my headphones will die. They should die. I mean, I don't know. We've done shows that are an hour and a half. Maybe they'll stay on. I don't know. What's up, Al? I see you. Pro Gaming was in here first. Okay, I didn't know what that said. It's too late. I thought that said Penguin. All right, God Alex, what's going on, man? Jordy's in the building. My guy, Nate the Great's in the building. Hey, we ready to get this thing started. A lot of y'all probably have seen this. Bo, what's good, my man? JT, my man, Detroit's Villains. Okay, I see what you did there. You're in for a good one. See, and that's the thing, though, right? Like, I know this is going to be fire. The people that put this together, they're always incredible. I'm pumped. I'm excited to do this. And look, I heard the first, 4 seconds, and I was laughing. I'm like, oh, snap, it's about to go down. So maybe you've seen this. If you have, all right, well, let me know if I missed something as I'm going through this because I got the chat pulled up. If you haven't seen it, all right, here we go. And also, we're going to test the volume at the beginning. So can I get a 1 if the volume sounds good when I start playing the video? I see you, Timothy. I'm going to be trying to read chat through this. I just decided to go live because why not? So, yeah, let's test the audio real quick. Let's just see where we're at. I'm going to try to talk over it a little bit. Test.
Boy, last night it was
How we doing?
How
we doing? Oh, snap, stop. They're getting me hyped. Pause. Calm down. Let me check. I'll do my check. Oh, snap. Hold up. Let me see how it sounded. I just decided to go live because why not? Here we go. So, yeah. There's an echo. I apologize. Let's just see where we're at. I'm going to try to talk over it a little bit. Test. Ooh, it sounds good. I think it sounds good. Y'all just let me know as we're watching if you want me to turn the volume up of the movie that we're about to watch. If I need to turn it up, I'll turn it up. But outside of that, it sounds good. I got Expedia ads on the bottom of my screen. Is this new, YouTube? Is this what we're doing now? I'm sorry, y'all. You can't escape them, man. But look, hey, I mean, it helps me, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, it's fire. I've already watched it twice. You watched this twice? My guy. I get if it's 30 minutes, but this thing's an hour and a half, so you ran that thing back. That means it's a classic. That's what that... Okay, I got to stop. It said it's Emmy Award... Let's get into it. I got to stop talking. Here we go. Let's go.
12. Is this pick real?
Hold up. Stop real quick. I'm going to try to identify because this first guy is driving me nuts. Who is this dude that's talking?
Lions at 12. Is this pick real?
Who is that guy? Oh, my... That's the PFF guy. That's the PFF. It sounds good. I got some ones in there. I asked you guys to put ones in chat. I literally didn't look at all. I see the ones in there. Okay, real quick. That's the PFF guy. I've heard the podcast, so I'm like, who is that? Gotcha. Okay, now I can focus.
He's making a real splash, belly flop.
Boy,
I don't know who that is.
Confusing.
That's the NBC guy.
I don't know what the hell they were doing the first round. Like what?
Oh my goodness. Hey, wait, time out. Hold up. It's 11 o'clock. I need to calm down. Time out. I'm sorry. All right, we're going to get this thing rolling. But I know who that is. All right, because a lot of times I'll have that show on the background because, you know, they're on at noon. I think that's The Herd. And look, hey, I'm no hate to show, like the show. It's cool, but come on, man. Like, if you like really like taking it like, ooh, they said that draft pick wasn't good. It probably wasn't good. Like, come on, dog. Anyway, calm down. Let's get back into it. I'm sorry. Mike's in the building. What's going on, man? I'm sorry. Let's go. A little louder. Okay, I'll make it louder. Look, man. I'm pumped for this. I'm excited. Turn it up a little bit. Okay, tell me if this is too much, because I may have turned it up way too much here. Good look, though. It's a good start. Let's get it.
What on earth are you doing?
The Lions reached, so that's bad. At
That's
positions of low value, that's bad.
Hey, hold up. Time out. Let me know how that sounds. Let's get a test on that if that sounds good, and then we'll continue, and I won't pause for a while. But right there, I'm going to be honest, that was kind of me. Like, nah, it wasn't me like when we made the picks. It was, I'll be honest, before the draft, I talked a lot about position value. The Lions have went position value in the last few drafts, so it threw me off because I expected them to kind of follow that pattern, and they didn't. Or, like, in terms of the positions that get paid, we're seeing right now running backs aren't getting paid. Shout out to my man Mike. Welcome to Starter. I don't know what else to say to that. I appreciate you. That's my guy. Mike's always in here. It's good? All right, we're good. I'm sorry. I won't keep pausing. I may keep pausing. I don't know. Let's go.
Pick in terms of value.
We do not take running backs in the first round.
Basically the least valuable spots.
Yeah, that was way too high for me.
You overpay.
It tells me that Brad Holmes got burned.
This is fire. This is kind of fire.
Bash mock drafts.
This thing's fire. Okay. Hey, y'all already know. Come on, man. Sounds good. Okay. You're here for it. I like it. Oh.
Mm-hmm. How has the NFL changed since then?
I don't remember him asking this.
I just kind of look at it as they're all football players. If they can help you, they can help you. And there's some positions that you got to have speed, explosiveness. So that's not overlooked. If you think that player is that good, then if he's out there producing for you, then I don't think anybody's going to really bat an eye about it.
How's everyone tonight? Having vertigo sucks.
Felt really confident. We had done a lot of work already, and I did feel like it was a little bit more clarity, a little bit more smoke started to clear in terms of what might happen. We had some guys that we really liked that we felt we would love to come away with.
Going into it, it was really no different than any other year. It was about, how do we upgrade this roster? How do we create more?
Hold up, time out. I don't remember how I reacted to taking Jamir Gibbs. I think we was hype. Why did they not put our soundbite in there? Like, look. The Lions people that do this, they're fantastic. They're great. And I understood, like, it wouldn't have fit because I think we were all just, like, yelling and going crazy. The soundbite would have been garbage. It would have been like, okay, I don't know what's going on here. But, you could have, it wouldn't have fit because I don't think anybody was necessarily, like, upset. But, we could have little soundbites. I mean, that just, next time. Next time, you can use the sound bites.
Petition. That was really the mindset. Certainly excited. I know Brad had some ammo, and he's got a pretty good track record of striking on that.
Okay. Some ammo. See, we got
2023.
We got some ammo next year too, y'all. The extra third.
Expect a little bit of chaos.
Yes, sir, Mike. We'll be live tomorrow too. We plan on being live with Rad tomorrow. It just didn't happen today, but hopefully tomorrow.
You may actually get a chance at your number one guy.
And we can talk camp and things like that.
Based on how these guys come off the board.
This was a different draft. It was definitely less predictable. You just kind of had the strategy of, within the constraints of the hard work and the conviction that we already put into it, let's go in there, let's get who we want and get the hell out of there.
Okay.
Okay, welcome to Kansas City and the 2023 NFL Draft.
Man.
Let's roll, man.
Yo.
Want some music?
That environment's got to be crazy, man. I got to think nerves are going crazy.
It's time to get the show started. The 2023 NFL Draft is now officially open. The Carolina Panthers are on the clock.
They wait at least 5 minutes.
I think if you do it 3 times in a row, we might lose a late round pick.
I will be disappointed.
Okay. We were talking about that.
You just
when
have your rankings of players, and who's your top player in the draft, and it's 2, 3, 4, 5, and we had picks 6 and 18, so you want to definitely have 18 guys that you have in that ranking, but everybody's bucket is different, and that's what makes it great, is that you just don't know. Like, we had 14 players in that first round bucket, which is
14.
less than the past 2 years, and another team might have 20, another team might have 10. You just don't know, and that's what makes it great.
Around 4, I think.
Out of those players that we had there, picking Gibbs, that was easy. So yeah, we'd have been comfortable at 6 and did it. But when you get into having an
if he would have taken Gibbs at 6, it would have been crazy if he would have taken Gibbs at 6, because that would have been before Bijan. Is that I'm this late. I'm losing names. Bijan Robinson. Yeah, he went 8. That would have been nuts if he would have taken Gibbs before Bijan. I think just you saw the hate he was getting at 12. The optics of taking Jamir. I mean, I don't know. Would that have made it look worse? Because it would have been like, whoa, wait, you just took this dude over Bijan, who everybody thinks the best? Or would it have been like, man, they were really convicted on that player? Because it sounded like some people thought that, hey, when he moved back, he got stuck. And it was like, okay, we'll take this guy. Which, I don't know if that makes much sense, because I don't know, like, how you would, I don't know. I mean, you just move back again. I mean, if you're stuck, I don't know why you, but anyways, it would have been crazy. That would have been crazy. You got your Airbnb booked for the 2024 draft. No, you know what? I should, right? Like, it's probably, I've heard things are booking up fast, because it's about to go down. In your opinion, best late round draft pick of all time, not named Brady. Ooh, that's tough, man. You put me on the spot for, late round pick. Okay, I'm gonna have to stew on that one, because I don't want to like get away from the video too much here. Everyone would have been mad because of Carter. Okay, that's true too, right? Because, well, I mean, I think there was, okay, when we didn't take Carter here, it was like, for me, it was kind of like, okay, they didn't want to go that direction, right? Like, it was clear, because they could have taken him. He was sitting right there. So, like, I don't know if that would have, I don't know. Seen you at training camp Monday, but you were talking to Banks, so I didn't want to bug you. Oh, dude, you bug me when you see me at camp, man. I'm always talking to Banks, okay, especially, like, so just jump in there, because he'll want to get a picture, so do that. All right, let's continue. My bad.
Maximize that 6 overall pick. We couldn't be any more thrilled with how that came out.
What's up, man? Give me 1 second, I'll call you back.
Oh, wait a minute, hold up. So he got the call to move back. So he didn't call, okay, let me not jump to conclusions.
Arizona.
Wow, whoa, that's what happened? Yo, timeout. He was really going to take him at 6, Chad. He was taking him at 6. So he had him. That means he ranked him. I mean, okay. I think, here's my thought, though, on the draft. My thought is the offensive lineman kind of threw it off a little bit, kind of between the 6 and 12. Because between 6 and 12, there was a lot of linemen. You know, you had Skoronski that went in there. You had Wright that went in there for the Bears. You had the other offensive lineman whose name is slipping, and then obviously the straight up, like, there was a lot of linemen that kind of pushed their way into it. And that's not to say that if the Lions felt like the best offensive lineman was there, they would have taken him, that they wouldn't have taken him, but we know that they really didn't need a starting offensive lineman. So I'm not saying that it was like they overlooked those guys, but I think it threw off kind of how the ranking system could have looked. But man, that means they would have taken him at 6. I mean, that's kind of what I'm taking from this. Wow. See, I really thought, we're watching, I thought they would have been like the team that was like, hey, look, anybody want this spot because we're willing to move out. He was taking dude at 6. Am I wrong on that? Let's continue. Let me see. Oh, hey, that's a big boy move right there. That's a big boy move for Brad. He said, trust your gut. Brad said, look, he's going to be there, dog. Stop. And you know what's crazy about this? Okay, look, I'm not going to talk about my Madden experience, right? Because, like, y'all don't want to hear that. But if y'all remember, right? First year he's here, he said Levi. He wanted to go get Levi first round. And they were like, nah, chill. Hold up. He's going to get there. For him to be like, I'm cool. He's going to be there if we move back. Like, come on, man. That's a big-time move, bro. I didn't know he got the call. Am I the only one that didn't know? I mean, if y'all saw this, you should do a collab with Amp from Roar of the Lions UK. Yes, I've done some shows with him, but not just with him alone. I've done them with like Mike and things like that. We should do something like that. That'd be cool. That would be cool. Underrated one for me is, okay, y'all are talking about the late round pick. Will Anderson, Witherspoon. See that chat, would they have taken Witherspoon like after seeing this? Because I don't know when they're getting this call, right? Are they on the clock? Hold up, let me see. Real quick. Okay, so he was on the clock.
Maximize that 6th overall pick. We couldn't be any more thrilled with how that came out.
Okay, so he was on the clock. So maybe he would, because that's what my thinking was too, is they were going to take Witherspoon at, looking back at it. But they may have, and then Witherspoon just went. It didn't feel like there was a massive reaction here. I mean, they just may not put it there, but maybe they were just cool with both of them. I don't know, man. I feel like there was some real, like, bro, they were, and like Will Anderson, like, yeah, I agree. He probably was higher on their board than Jamir. Like, that wouldn't shock me. But Will Anderson, we knew was kind of like out of reach. Obviously he went number 3, but he was kind of out of reach coming into it unless you made that jump. But oh, that's wild. Okay. What's up, Carson? Ooh, okay, Mike. Hey, it's got me hype. I need to stop. Yo, why are they whispering, bro? Hold up. Do they not have it on mute? You know it's intense when you whisper and no, you're not whispering to keep anybody from hearing you.
1234 and 168.
1234 and 168.
For 6 and 81.
We took that deal.
All right, I'll call it that.
So they're on the board. That's why it took a little bit. Hold up, time out.
All right, I'll call it that.
So is this dude? I'm thinking dude next to him may be looking at kind of like the value of what they're saying. Maybe giving him like an idea of like, hey man, this is kind of the value of that trade back. It seems like he's looking at it, saying it's a fair trade.
Hey, Mark, let's go ahead. All right, cool.
Ooh, hey man, you know that.
There's been a few of these over the last few
Yo,
years.
you know it's hard to breathe in there,
You've
bro.
got a guy you've identified, and then you're just, man, you got to hold on and hope that your guy doesn't go.
Yeah.
What? Time out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I keep going back. I'm missing stuff. This is fire.
Your guy doesn't go.
Yeah.
Okay. See, bro, and that's the thing. Dan was convicted, bro, because, right, we're talking about a running back here. And I know when we did the breakdown, that was where I ended up. And here's the thing, like, it wasn't on first watch for me with Gibbs. Because I remember coming into the process, and we did mock drafts, and a couple times I mocked him to us. But I hadn't done enough to feel that way about his receiving ability. Like, for me, it was just kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, he can catch the ball, but I felt like he was a little out of control and things like that. But when I came back and did it for that full video, I came away like, man, I think his best asset, my best grade was what he can do in the pass game. And look at Dan, man. He telling the owner.
The whole time, I had a pretty good sense that he was not going to last.
What's up, Jamel?
And really, I just thought that the player was too talented to last to 18. So even when we made the trade back to 12, I'm still kind of like,
you shaking.
Is someone going to jump us? You just don't know. So yeah, like you're still sweating bullets.
Look at him pacing. Y'all see him pacing? Bro, yo, they're standing up against the screen.
It's pretty exciting, really.
Wow,
because I think
crazy,
that's part of the element that makes it
Oh,
so
that was
fun.
Disner?
You're hoping he's still going to be there, and Skoronski goes off the board, and there he is, man.
With the 11th pick the Tennessee Titans select.
Look, he already know. You see him smiling. You see Bird? Come on, man. Yo, tell me why John Dorsey always leaning back too. Okay.
Peter Skoronski.
1 second, Chad. 1 second. So, dude already knew that they made that pick, right? Because they get alerted of that first before TV
there he
does.
is, man.
With the 11th
He was just sitting there smiling, like he's like, wait till they say this out loud, because it's different when they say it out loud.
Skoronski.
Look at him. That's crazy. Hey, Brett felt like he finessed the draft right there. My dude was taking him at 6. Wow, man.
When you got to 12, he wasn't the 12th ranked guy.
Uh-oh, here we
he
go.
He wasn't 11. He wasn't 10. He wasn't 9.
Uh-oh.
He wasn't 8.
Yo, see? Look, so he was taking dude at 6, bro. I would love to see like an alternate reality, right? Where at 6 the Lions take Jamir Gibbs. I would have liked to see what I would have done to that, because when they traded back, it felt I never seen anything that said that he would probably go there. So it was still like, it was like, oh wow, dang, okay, 12. But it was like, all right, you can get with it, right? If they would have taken him first, I just couldn't imagine like what my reaction would been like. Whoa, what just happened? Okay. But now here's the thing, real quick though. And Chad, if someone can like remind me, right? So who went between 7 and 12? So you had Wilson that went in there. I could see having Jamir Gibbs above Wilson, absolutely, right? I mean, now position value, like they talk about, which I'm sure they'll discuss, I could see him having above Wilson. And then again, like I said, I think the offensive lineman just threw it off, right? You had a right tackle in there. You had a guy that probably is going to, he might kick into guard, because of his build as a tackle that went in there as well. And then you had the trade up for a tackle. So it was like offensive line kind of threw it off. And I don't know. I mean, I could see it. Anyway, let's keep going. My bad.
Just to be able to get that player, it's just the best feeling that you could ever have.
That reaction's fire. Hey. That's so great. That's so great, man. There, bro. Yo, so they immediately had to be thinking about Swift, right? Because they were in love with this dude.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
I
a
think
finesse.
it's 2 years in a row now that I've had one of those outbursts.
Ooh,
I actually told myself I was going to be better, but that's why we get the players who we love.
It's like reliving the draft.
It's pure, authentic.
It was awesome. Obviously I came up behind him because I was pretty
That's
fired
awesome,
up, and I knew he was. He gave me a glancing blow. There's been a lot of debate of where that actually landed.
No!
All right, I think it was more ribbish, thigh to ribbish area.
He did him.
But we were good. I was too excited to
wait. Wait.
Who a lot of debate of where that actually landed. All right, it was not low. All right, I think it was more ribbish, thigh to ribbish area. But
look at him. Oh, no. Yo, Dan, you're not slick, dog. That was low, bro. When you do this, it was low. That thing was not thigh. I'm telling you, it was not thigh, dog. He's hunched over, bro. He's hunched. Oh, Jalen Carter. Okay, of course. And Jalen Carter, right? He was the guy that was like, hey, player-wise, I loved him, But it was just kind of like, well, I could see, there was a scenario of like, he's either on there or he's just completely off. There was like kind of no in between with it. So I could see it. Especially if they were just like, nah, we're not going that direction, because they did say they learned a lot about him. You could understand it. But you see, bro, y'all.
Too excited to worry about it.
Is that what that?
We were aligned with our conviction of Jamir, and I didn't even know who grabbed me. I didn't know anything. I just know that I kind of just bursted out of emotion.
Time out. I don't think I've seen that. Maybe I don't know. Hold up. Yo, the way stop. The way that he walked in the back. Because it took dude a second. They was like, hold up.
With our conviction of Jamir, and I didn't even know who grabbed me.
Look, he's like, yeah, look at him.
Anything. I just know
all right,
I kind of just.
All right. Stop, I'm stressed out there. Oh my gosh, that's so funny, dude. Yo, He walked away from everybody. He said, give me a second. I gotta stop, dog. That's so funny.
First
Man.
out
Look at
emotion was just
he
kind
went
of
to the
just
back.
thrilled with who we
All right, calm
landed,
down.
and that's how you know it's purely
that's why
genuine
we
and
can't do this,
authentic.
dog.
With the 12th pick in
Yeah,
the 2023
Big D.
NFL Draft,
Oh.
the Detroit Lions select Jamir Gibbs, running back, Alabama.
Yo, he's still going around, bro. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Everybody's dream when you play football to be in the NFL. So when I got that call, it was pretty surreal. I was
And he's
excited.
so young too. Like I
There's
feel
a lot
like
of
that had to
emotions.
be something that they loved.
Jamir, Brad Holmes, Jimmy, Detroit
Like in
Lions.
terms of
How
like
you doing,
touches, man, he's
You
like
ready to be a Lion?
he's not had like this monster workload. You know what I mean?
All right, man. Hey, we're fired up over here, man. You're gonna be a big time weapon for us, man.
And then to
We're
transfer
super
in his
excited.
first year and
We're jacked, man.
just do what he did
You're gonna do a lot of big things for us going forward, man.
at
Hey,
that school.
congratulations.
Come on, man.
What's up, Mom?
Yeah, we're excited to
He'll
have
be
you.
on the injury report.
You're gonna fit perfect out here with us.
All right, buddy. Good, Brad?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jamir, this is so exciting. I'm just great. Usually I've heard our room go nuts when you were still there at 12.
Man.
So everyone's really fired up, and we know you're going to do great things with us. So,
All right.
You're as excited as we are. Okay, awesome.
I
Well,
saw
we'll see you
Swift
really
say,
soon. Okay,
no
bye-bye.
Met the world of me. Wow. Have my close family, my close friends. You know, they've been with me my whole life and seen me grow, and never never left my side, never switched up. So grateful for
Dorsey
them.
is funny. Robert Dorsey. Look at he's just always chilling. Yeah, and we know that Brad Brad wants those, man. He wants to write character. He's been all over that since he's
Murder
gone.
Mook. He's one of the top battle rappers. He ends his verses easy. Like, Gibbs at 12 is easy.
Wait a minute. He just had a rap reference? Okay. Hey, okay, Brad.
So awesome.
All right. Wait. What do you say about the board? Hold up.
Yeah.
This is our board position.
That's awesome.
Murder Mook. He's one of the top battle rappers. He ends his
what?
verses easy. Like, Gibbs at 12 is easy.
This is our best.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, so he's showing like what he has now, I'm assuming. Oh, no.
So awesome.
Wait. Time out. I'm sorry. He's saying this is our board. Okay, no, these are the rankings he had. And he was the clear cut of Okay, so he's showing like, man, look at the value we got on Jamir. Got you.
Jamir, he's a guy that's probably one of the most explosive players
Okay, we can
in
get
my
some
career
highlights?
that I've ever evaluated and scouted.
Shout out to
he's a
Brian,
guy
man.
that can be used in a variety of different roles, very explosive, very sudden, a lot of change of direction. He is a big play.
So Brian, I believe, is like the very top of the scouting department on the college
His
side.
ability to make cuts, take it the distance, his speed is definitely a factor.
I
He's
think
just
he
not
said
a
he
running
was-
back, but he can catch it out of the backfield. That's one thing that really gets you excited. This kid is like a receiver in regards to his hands and his ability to run routes. There was a play, and he runs a slant Texas route, and his ability to break off the linebacker and then catch the ball, and then he just went. And you saw the speed, you saw the athleticism all in one play.
Yeah, that play was nasty.
Okay, this
I
kid's
was
got
like,
it.
wait,
This
what
kid
play
got
is it?
something
Yeah.
special.
The first time ever seeing him really in practice at Georgia Tech, he made an exceptional catch on the sideline to where it's almost like freaky human type things.
The old adage in scouting, like, if you can play, we'll find you. At Georgia Tech, he was dynamic. At Alabama,
See, I didn't watch enough Georgia Tech. I watched all his Alabama.
Both places in the ACC.
I watched a couple
and the
Georgia
SEC.
Tech.
You're a guy.
There were two big runs like this, I think, in that same game. Where he was just.
The Arkansas
He did look
game
electric,
this
though.
past year, he kind of just took the game
This-
over.
yes,
And you saw
right.
a guy
Yeah,
that
there you
just
go.
had big play after big play.
He might be gone again. Jamir Gibbs, touchdown Alabama.
Jamir Gibbs is the truth. He is a.
I think, and that's really the big difference. And I think I said it, yesterday. Like, it's kind of the home run. Like, those were two gaping holes, right? You don't really get that consistently, but when you do, I think back to Philly. We opened this year. Swift had that big run. He popped. Like, this guy kind of can take those all the way. It's just like it's like a difference of Not necessarily just having a back that's fast, but the guy that's actually going to get legitimate opportunity. You know, because you just get someone that's fast that takes one snap, he's not really going to have that opportunity. But if he consistently is touching the ball, it is different in our backfield since really Javid Best, right? I mean, and look, Javid Best was early for me. It was like the first real year I remember. Javid Best would be, I think, the last person of that would, you know, he was expected to get consistent touches, but he had the ability to go from, you know, 50 to 100. You know, like he could actually hit that third gear. I don't even know. Third gear, I guess. We never really had that.
He can run inside, outside. He's just breaking angles.
He is speed
Look at that, all
and make
22.
you miss.
Hey, I think this is from my video. Hold up.
And make you look silly. Yep. His top end speed, I think, is probably the best in the draft. I mean, it's off the charts.
See, now Chris Sims
But
loves
Alabama
it.
in rushing, receiving,
You're worried about
and
his frame?
kick return yards. The man.
I mean, I don't remember like what his
absolute-
size was. I thought he was pretty close to 200. Let me get this off.
Electric.
Saw him for the first time when I went to the Texas Alabama.
I mean, he don't look
game.
bad, man.
He was just so explosive.
See,
he
I
was
saw him
so
talk about this
dynamic, and he kind of stuck with me since then. But no, when you
That
come
was
across
nasty.
a special
Hold up,
player
real
all
quick.
the
This
time, when
play
I
in the
went
back of the
to,
end zone was nasty. Not that one. Like he was cooking dudes on this route. That's why there was a couple times where he'd stumble out of these. He was like
Texas
flying
Alabama
through it so
game.
fast.
He was just
but
so
not
explosive.
this one.
He was so dynamic, and he kind
This
of
next one was nasty because he like broke off his route and then found the opening. That play was sick.
No, when you come across a
because that was like a
player
receiver
like
type
that,
of play.
You're just convicted. You just get him.
He's gonna come out there and give you.
I see you the truth. That's true.
100%.
That was the one play where I saw him like legitimately break a tackle like that, and I was like, "Who's this guy? I hadn't seen that yet."
He's going to be a quiet, humble person, and he's going to be appreciative, and he doesn't care about stats. He's a team guy.
Who's that? Is that Barry?
Puts his head down and work.
Oh, they got Brian Branch in there. Okay, I see you.
Somebody who you want.
Look at this.
Player.
He's going to be a quiet.
Look at that, bro. That's nasty. That's nasty.
Humble
I'm
person,
sorry.
And he's
yo,
we
going way back.
Care about stats. He's a team guy.
He's a fantastic
see all the Lions
young
logos.
man.
Peter
Bring
Austin.
into Detroit, and we just really liked him from a character standpoint.
Shout out to Scotty. I was thinking about that when I was at camp. Like, I forgot we had Scotty over here.
Oh,
Oh, sick.
We say ODB because it means it's our damn ball. All right, you're going to be carrying this ball in some tight spaces. Coach me on how you carry the
ODB.
football.
Okay.
Eagle claw.
Yep.
Bicep.
Yep.
Bring up to your chin and across the plate.
Okay.
Oh, did I see this? This was cool. I think I've seen this, right, where he grabs the wrist. I thought this was cool because I'll let
anything else you can do. All right. Oh.
Yeah.
What did you do with that hand?
See, and that made me think Bama immediately. And he had good ball security. I think he did at Bama specifically. I think he had really good ball security, like statistically throughout his entire career.
We don't want a $200,000 chain with a middle of the mall class. We don't want a $25 class because somebody will snatch it, right? So now that is what that is. Great job. I love that. Okay, you just made my day.
He loves football. That's all.
that
That's what he is.
Bama,
He's a football player, and he just puts his head down and goes to work, whether it's in the weight room, on the field, or.
Was that the quote of the video? I don't
See how
know.
far that left foot is outside of your frame? Where do we want that foot?
Shoulder width.
That's what we want, right? We're going to prevent injuries, and we're also going to be more efficient on the next move. Let's watch that next move.
Bro, timeout, dog. I know we talked about this. Now, look, I'm not, like, as technical, obviously, as these coaches are. Okay, clearly I'm not. But this is one thing that I do remember talking about, I think. It was I don't remember how I said it, but it's basically having a second move off the first move, right? So it was like making that first cut and then being able to immediately transition into a second move. And I thought with him, there wasn't always a clean second, move off of the first one. So like I think I talked about in his video, like I would like to see him maybe, off that first like cut or juke that he makes, maybe makes transition into a spin off of it, right, for balance purposes. So technically, right, you're talking about the running back coach here, he talks about getting outside his frame. Prevent injuries, that makes tons of sense, get like overextended. But then on top of that, he also brings up, you keep it shoulder width, and then, you can be, what do you say, more efficient?
Yeah, far that left foot is outside of your frame. Where do we want that foot?
Let's see what he said.
Shoulder width. That's what we want, right? We're going to prevent injuries, and we're also going to be
more efficient on the next move, right? So that you could see that within his game, because I was always like, man, like you would think with a guy that's this explosive, there'd be a bop to it, right? There'd be like another thing off of the first thing. And for me, like, that was one thing that I was kind of like, I wouldn't say I was disappointed, but I was like, man, I expected like maybe that there would be some more of that than there was. But the fact that Scotty brought that up when he was talking right here makes me real excited, because like that was one, I wouldn't say it was a concern, but it was just kind of weird. So like he recognized that quick. He's like, look, man, we get those feet inside, second move. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Look, I'm just saying, I know we brought that up. I know we brought that up.
Next move. Let's watch that next move. You're just better than this guy.
Oh,
love it. Good, great player.
Yo, I saw the chat that he
blitz
said
protections,
that.
routes,
85% catch rate.
run concepts. I mean, the kid, he gives you everything you want in a running back.
All right, so now I'm coming down the hole. Quarterback's inside. All right, we're gonna have contact. Point of conflict is right here. As I'm coming to you, what'd you do with that foot? Why'd you do that footwork? What is that called?
Inside foot.
Correct. Post. That's your post foot.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, as we come down, what's next?
Yellow.
Okay. Where's your hairline at? Where's your hairline? Where you gonna place your hairline?
Both man's hairline.
All right. Now, as we hit each other, are you gonna be face in or face out?
Face in.
And then when I get ready to counter, what are you gonna do with your face?
Bring it out.
Okay. All right. I was really, really impressed with his overall football IQ, his understanding of protection, and in my opinion, is the best space player in this draft.
Ooh, see, hold up. He called him the best space player in the draft, bro. And he already brought up the fact that we can make that more efficient. Like, that's potential. They're like, look, Dan, there's something here, dog. Third time still got hyped. The speed we now have is insane. That's facts. We kind of becoming like a little bit of a track team. Not in a bad way, but in a good way. Because for a while there, it was like we were the opposite. So we're kind of trending back the other way. You're just better than this guy. Coach Dion calling it again. Man, look, obviously, I definitely am not as smart there as Gotti Montgomery, man. He knows what he's talking about. But I was like, I see something, bro. So I think that's cool that they just hit on it, though, because first off means I'm not, like, way off with what I was thinking. But on top of that, man, it tells me, like, if they believe, like, that's something that, like, man, come on, man, we can make that more efficient, that could be disgusting. That's where, like, one of those areas where I think about, like, growth. He's Alvin Kamara without the showing off and want to be. Hey, look, man, my opinion would be Zylster probably would have been cut anyways. Oh, man. But it is unfortunate, though, because that is a heck of a group for competition.
We got value for the trade back, but also to still acquire him at 12. It was pretty exciting.
And I think David's got some of that, too, some of that flexibility. He can kind of start things like that a little bit for a big guy. He don't explode out like Jamir does, but... Wait, what happened? Yo, hold up, we were going to try to trade back up to the 12 range anyway. Oh, this is when they're taking Campbell. Is that what this is? Bro, so hold up. So I could be off. They were thinking, right, with Witherspoon gone, Gibbs at 6, and then they were considering trading up to go get Jack Campbell. And now what they're basically saying is we're going to be able to get Jack Campbell at 18. We still traded back for Gibbs, so we got him in the spot that we were going to get Campbell, and we have these extra draft picks. Look at this. This is beautiful right here. You guys remember some of y'all probably remember the skits that we did. This is good though. This is amazing.
Say we went a different direction at 6. Say we picked another player, another position, or whatever the case is at 6 overall. With that 18 pick, you know, I was looking to trade up into that same range of where we got Gibbs.
That's really 31.
Here you go. Hung tight.
After we selected him at 12, my lack of confidence with him being at 18 got confirmed through all the texts that I got that wasn't happening anyways. I always get the answers to the tests after the pick is made.
Wait, so he was going to – okay, wait, hold up. So, right, because Gibbs went. So maybe that's a different scenario. So they were saying we were going to trade up from 18 to 10 to 12 potentially to try to go get Gibbs. But maybe then once Witherspoon went, they were like, hey, we're good with taking Gibbs here because like he said, he probably had him ranked like number 7 on their board. So he had him like right there in that area. And then the fact that they were able to move back the 2 offensive linemen, it kind of just opened up the opportunity to go get Jack Campbell. I guess we'll see. That's part of the company.
Now what are we doing? We're gonna go again.
You're at pick 18, and we only had 14 guys in that, let's call it, first-round bucket, and he was sticking out by a pretty substantial margin. So Jack at 18 was easy.
I'd be all for it.
Yo, the whisper F word is great, man.
Being able to land Jack, he was another one that we just stuck with our conviction and what we believed, and we just looked at it, and that was easy for us.
I do. I would. Absolutely. I would. Absolutely.
On draft night, I just stayed at home.
I wanted to hear what was in the background, because then I get a sense of what pick we're talking about.
I do.
I think he just said Garrett Wilson. That doesn't make any sense. Is that what was said? Oh, they're talking about the Jets. Okay, yeah, so this is pick 15. So this is pick 15, and they're talking about taking Jack Campbell. I think that's what their pick was. So let me go back. So they're talking, think we'll be there at 18.
He was another one
we're
that we just
stuck
stuck
with
our
right now.
conviction and what
he
we
was saying
believed, and
you take him
we
right
just looked
now.
at it, and that was easy
Because
for
they only have
us.
14, so that makes sense. They're kind of on that border.
I do. Absolutely.
On draft night, I just stayed at home, just with my close family.
Yo, I
So
saw
just my
Jack Campbell
grandparents,
at
my parents,
camp.
and my siblings.
On the
It was
field
small,
is
but,
weird.
Like, that's just like kind of how I wanted it.
Every time I looked at him, like, who is that tall dude out there?
With the 17th pick, the
He didn't look as tall like this, but when he was on the field, he looked way different. So that was 17? Well, that was 16.
The
I think it was
Lions
17.
already chose Jamir Gibbs.
What up, though, D-Mac?
First time around. What about
My man, how you doing? yo, and that's the thing, right? Like it's like when I saw him yesterday, when we saw him, like he was doing autographs, like yeah, he's tall. He didn't look like massive though, right? But when you watch him on the field, because of like how our linebackers are, he looked weird. I was like, bro, who is that tall dude out there? I kept getting him confused with like other players, and because one, I wasn't used to number, but two, he's just taller than everybody in that room. He looked so much different. We called him a big fullback.
It's good.
I like how he's breaking him down.
That's great. Great. Awesome.
Again, he wasn't the 18th ranked player. He won 17.
Uh-oh.
He won 16.
Uh-oh.
He won 15.
Dang.
So
he was
Jack
13?
at 18. That was easy.
See, he stopped
With
it.
the
I don't know if
18th
he
pick
gets-
in the 2023 NFL Draft.
And that would have made sense if he was 13,
the
14
Detroit
range
Lions
because
select
they were
Jack
talking about
Campbell,
the Jets pick.
Linebacker, Iowa.
Every
They took
young
Will.
football player like always dreams to make it to this
What's
level.
up, Dank?
and Dreams to
Next
get that
up.
call, whether it's
This
pick number
is
one
fire.
or the last pick in the draft.
Hey, Jack.
Because there was no
He
celebration when he got picked at 17. Oh, that's interesting. It definitely could have been, right? Like, if Jack would have went there, who would have been next on their board? I don't know. Like, and if they were interested in Witherspoon, like I think they were, I don't know that they would have had Gonzalez that high. I think a couple things, right? I look at it as, one, I think they like Jerry. You know, I was thinking about this today. We know the injury with Mosley, and, I think he'll be great once he's healthy. Sutton looked really good today, so I think they're confident in that based on his deal. But I think they really want to give Jerry, like, a legitimate shot. Like, they don't want to, the more I was thinking about it as, I don't think they want to put so many pieces in front of him. Like, because, for example, if you take a cornerback round one, now, if they felt like he was that dude, he's that dude. But it's also like, if you took a cornerback around one, and then you signed Mosley and Sutton, now you're looking at a situation where, unless, like, there's major injuries, how does Jerry crack the lineup, right? Is he gonna pass the first-round pick? Is he gonna pass the prove a deal on Mosley when he's healthy? What's he gonna do with Sutton, who has like a legitimate deal here? Like, that would have been a very difficult spot. And then you add on top of that CJ, like, oh, he's not playing slot. We drafted Brian Branch, so I think that's part of it too. I think they do like a guy like Jerry. I'm good. Is Brad Holmes Detroit? Okay.
Brad Holmes, GM of Detroit Lions. How you doing? You ready to be a Detroit Lion?
It's just absolutely.
I can't remember the exact dialogue, but he said something of the nature of, I'm going to give you everything I've got.
Absolutely. I know you are. I know exactly what you're about. I know you are. All right, man. Well, congratulations, man. We're going to turn the pick in, all right? I'm going to get you on the phone with our head coach, Dan Campbell, all right? All right. Yeah.
Hearing those kids
Where's
on
Dorsey
the other
at,
end, just the emotion that they're having and their families erupting, it gives me chills a little bit.
Hey, man, I love your last name.
I've seen that. Okay.
We're so fired
he's
up
back.
to
He's
have
back
you
now.
part
He's
of it.
chilling.
Hey, man, listen,
You got that blue
earned
on.
it. You earned it. And we're fired up to have you. You're going to be a huge part of what we do. And this is going to be great, man. And we're about to turn the corner here, and you're going to be a big part of it. All right? All right.
Hey, Jack. Congratulations. I think we can deal with 2 Campbells.
It just is a testament to doing little things consistently over time, coming from the state of Iowa.
That's more highlights. I'm here for the highlights, man.
Do a bunch of little things correctly.
Congratulations. We can't wait to get you here. We know you're going to be a huge piece of our defense. Can't wait. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Take care. We'll see you really soon. Okay. Bye-bye.
The tape speaks for itself. I mean, he was a very productive player, and that's where it always begins, is on the football film.
I've been studying Jack for like 3 years, and you're getting a complete 3-down linebacker. The biggest thing that jumps out is Jack's size, 6'4.5", and 250 pounds. You don't find many inside linebackers in college football that big.
And I know he had a lot of hype, because we was talking about him, not us specifically, but I heard chatter about him like at the very beginning of the season. He was one of the first players I actually saw. Like in terms of
talking about
more of a
special
scouting look at
football player, a unique football player. You don't find guys with
that was
that
2021,
type of
I think.
Size, instinct.
That was nasty. When he drug it back in there, that's a little disrespectful, but it's also kind of fire.
Guy plays sideline to sideline. He'll come downhill and hit you. You're getting a very instinctive linebacker, reads and reacts extremely quickly, and he also has good range. He can chase guys down and has a good closing burst.
And that's the all-everything Jack Campbell on the sack.
Linebackers, you got to be amphibious and do a lot of different things. When I think of amphibious, I think of a frog.
Oh.
You can go in the water and you can go in the land. And linebacker, you got to play the run.
Wait,
you got to take on blocks. You got to.
Time out. I haven't heard this, bro. Did he compare himself to a frog? Okay. I need to run that back.
You got to be amphibious and do a lot of different things. When I think of amphibious, I think of a frog. You can go in the water and you can go in the land. And linebacker, you got to play the run. You got to take on blocks. You got to be able to use your hands. You got to be violent back there. Coming from the University of Iowa, coming from a program led by Kirk Ferentz, that's just going to help me translate my game to the next level.
He was confident.
One of the finest players I've ever worked with my entire career. He's just a really exceptional human being. If we had 5 Jack Campbells, all 5 would be starting. 2 would have been our defensive ends, and then the other 3 would have been all 3 linebackers.
That's tough. That's
Protection breaks down. Levis is crunched. It was Campbell who put on the pressure.
There's some upside to him as a pass rusher and blitzer.
I appreciate that,
he gets
Steve.
off blocks really well.
I won't be
really
there,
good zone
unfortunately,
coverage
tomorrow,
player.
but I should be back
Very aware of
Thursday.
his
So
passing lanes.
I'm going to do my best, man.
That's Jack Campbell running it back. Touchdown, Hawkeyes.
One of my favorite plays, it was a play versus Ohio State, and he was kind of lined up more towards on the edge. He kind of budge dropped back in the flat.
Oh, that's that pick?
It was just a combination of the quickness, the suddenness.
That was impressive,
the
bro.
length,
The finish
ground that he covered, and he basically took away a whole route combination and then came down and
Can we see that one more time?
Player.
Can we see that one more
versus
time?
Ohio
Let him break it
State,
down.
and he was kind of lined up more towards on the edge. He kind of budge dropped back in the flat, and it was just a combination of the quickness, the suddenness, the length, the ground that he covered, and he basically took away a whole route combination and then came down to finish on the football. And it was those kind of plays I was like, okay, this guy's different.
That's facts.
He's been an exceptional football player, exceptional team member, great leader. And he's one of those guys off the field that just represents, the program in every way. It's one thing to get a really good football player.
His
it's another
hands
thing
were
to get a guy who really adds
the way that
value
he
in
would
so many
finish on
other
those
areas.
picks and stuff.
From a character standpoint, he epitomizes
and concentration.
What you want in a Detroit Lion.
He is a Detroit guy. Like, he is a Dan Campbell guy. He's a culture fit immediately.
Shepard's great.
You're just
I
gonna
love
get someone
Shepard.
who's humble, has integrity, and just is going to show up every single day.
What we're about is exactly what he's about. So he's just an ideal fit for what we're trying to do.
He's voted captain by
Speaking of
teammates in the past 2 years. He's just a football junkie. He's always in the building. He's always training.
I
Really
was
good
watching
lead by
this video on
example
YouTube.
guy.
I think
He
this
had
was on
a ton
YouTube.
As far as intangibles.
It's
His
kind of just
passion
crazy
for
to
the
watch it
game.
and think how big he
The
is.
way it drives him, you see it, he speaks it, he lives
Breakout
it. I think that's
after
what
bye.
makes
Okay.
him special and
Okay.
what kind of pushed him up, I know, in my
like that
mind
prediction.
above some of the other guys.
I think everybody in Detroit's really going to like not only watching Jack play and
I gotta stop
I
doing
think that's
this,
what
but
makes him special.
some
and
of
what
these plays are
kinda
coming back,
pushed him
man.
up, I know, in my mind above some of the other guys.
I think everybody in Detroit's
Yo,
really
that's
gonna,
where I thought he was
like,
nasty. I know we said that in the I thought he was nasty. I guess it's kind of what Brad said, but Brad kind of expanded on it because he's like, yeah, he covered like the whole field, like him to drop back to the middle of the field. But I was just like even looking at kind of like the hook curl zone, right? Like kind of playing within those 5-10 yards to play inside like that, but then to be able to undercut like an out route. And at camp, those two plays that he made in the red zone were kind of similar. I mean, they weren't like outbreaking; they were just sitting down in the curls. But like that's the kind of play right there where I was.
not only
I loved him
watching
right
Jack
there
play
in
and
zone.
perform, but also
And,
just the interactions you'll have with him. And
I
what
guess
he'll
now
bring
I'm
to
thinking
the
about it, it's
community.
kind of looked like a camp.
Yeah, he'll compliment.
See, bro, stop! This is what I'm. Chat, come on, dude. Come on, dude. See what he said? And then y'all know I got it. Bro, so me and Rad did the podcast, right? And we was talking about this, and I was trying to make the case, that kind of thing. But I really felt like this was going to help Alex. I'm like, this is going to help Alex, man. It's a really good piece to put alongside him in terms of, like, matching strengths and getting Alex to, like, his most comfortable situation. This was the piece. I was like, man, like, he's going to play with Alex. Okay, I'm sorry.
Play and perform, but also
and they have been
just the
starting from what I've seen.
interactions
The day I
you'll
was
have
there, they
with
were
him and
starting
what he'll bring to
together.
the
But he'll
community
help
there.
Malcolm too, I think.
Yeah, he'll compliment.
Because he gives a complete offset to Malcolm.
Yes, it's going to be great. Absolutely.
Come on, man.
All right. Your favorite interview? We're good.
He did an interview at the Combine, really just set the bar in terms
Yes,
of
sir,
from
D-Mac.
an intelligence standpoint.
Ready day one.
Chris, we're going to sit right there, brother. We're going to get right into football, man.
Yes, sir.
I'll play.
I asked
Come
you,
on, man.
could you play Will? Is that a thing that you would be up to?
Play anywhere.
Love it. And what about on ball, Jack? Are you primarily off ball backer?
I've never played on ball, but
Gotcha.
I would definitely go fuck balls to the ball and just give it a shot.
The interview.
Yo, I love that. Yo, I don't know. I've obviously never been in one, but the fact that he's taking notes on all these questions that they're. I mean, these aren't like deep questions. Like I know I'm always taking notes like on dumb. I was taking notes before we got on here and just random stuff. But like, I love that, man. Like he's locked in. Like that's just the type of dude. They had to like get the impression like this dude's taking notes, and I'm asking him, can you play on ball? Like you really need to take a note on that. Like he's taking note, man. Like, hey, this team asked me if I could do this. You know what I'm saying? Like I get that. It kind of like gets in your head when you write it down. I feel like people always say that. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's the vibe that I get from looking at a clip like that. And plus, if he could play a little bit of on ball, man, I'm telling you, we can rotate him a little bit.
Man, it was impressive. There was an energy about him. There was an awareness. There was an instinctiveness.
Somebody make you put them notes down, Jack. You don't need those. You got this.
See,
Football smarts wise, I think the guy's amazing.
I love it, bro. We love the
He
notes.
makes the calls for you on defense. He's like another coach in the field there.
It's one thing to sit there and teach them something, watch it, and then you throw them curveballs, you know, something you hadn't talked about. You just want to see how they react to it.
It all starts with film study at the linebacker position. Everything you do is going to be mental. Nothing's more important than me than being able to perform at the highest level and put my teammates in the best positions possible to go make plays. If I make a mistake, I kind of like being able to be the first one to raise my hand and just get like a bunch of chewing tobacco in my eye.
I thought it was pretty funny in our scout meetings when we were meeting in April.
I didn't see that.
They keep saying he's a Dan Campbell guy, and you know Jack was one of those guys.
Let's go bye-bye. There you go, bye.
Jack, how long you been playing football?
Since like 4th grade. That's all I did. Yeah, I love it.
Where are you originally from?
From Cedar Falls, Iowa. I grew up there my whole entire life.
Yeah, you knew you was going to Iowa, right?
Now I want to be a UNI Panther. My dad played left guard there from 85 to 89. Like that's the guy who kind of got me into football.
Oh, the bloodline. Don't do it like that.
Yes, sir. No, I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. Very impressed.
Thank you, sir.
Very, very good job, man. Very nice to meet you, man.
You did a good job, man.
Appreciate it. Nice to meet you, Coach.
Like I'll say, when he left out the room, me, Dan, and AG looked at each other and was like, it's going to be hard to top right there. And because it was just exceptional.
Yo.
This is great.
I was running with notes. Like, hold up. I got an answer for that. He had the cheat sheet.
We pick players.
Come on, man.
We don't pick positions. That's what we've always done, and we'll just always stick to that. When we pick Penei Sewell, we pick Penei Sewell not because he played offensive tackle. No, we picked Penei Sewell because he was a special.
Now, hold up. Time out real quick. So, just a quick point to this. I think it was this year we had Terrell Crosby on the roster. Now, that thing kind of flamed out. So, it ended up being like a need, and I think we all agreed, like, yeah, the Lions could add this, especially looking back on it. But, like, to their credit, you could have argued, like, they could just rock with Crosby. Because he was starting, I believe, right before that. Like, they could have done that, went a different direction. I think Micah Parsons, you know, was a guy that could have been selected there. So, you know, to that point, yeah, I don't know what I'm going for here. But
football player. When we picked Aiden Hutchinson, we picked Aiden not because he played defensive end.
Hutch was a no-brainer.
He's just a weapon. But it was the same case with Jack at 18. You know, you just got to do the best you can in terms of all the hard work.
The more and more I always think about the Jack Campbell one, the more I love it.
And you know, you just
and I was the one that was like, what the heck?
Pray and see if the draft gods, you know, are going to bless you. And we were ecstatic that they did.
That's good stuff.
And really, like, okay, one more thing. Like, if you think about it, because I think, like, back to the whole take a position thing, there definitely is an importance to it, right? And you have to go kind of based on what you have, too. But if you force position too much and you missed, that would set you back. I mean, you could miss on any pick, but it really would set you back because the idea is, okay, we hit the premiums or, you know, that kind of thing, and then we won't have to pay those, that kind of situation. But even if you take a non-premium position, or if you take a premium position and you miss because you kind of pushed it a little bit, then you're going to have to pay that position ultimately elsewhere, whether that's another draft pick, a free agent kind of signing, that kind of thing. So even if you hit on a guy that maybe doesn't get paid like that, at least you hit on him, right? So now you can, like, focus elsewhere because at least you hit on that draft pick. I don't know. That's kind of my thought about that. Like, if we took St. Brown, there was a lot of buzz about taking a receiver earlier, and they kind of waited, and I think it was round 4 when they ended up getting him. But that's kind of like the thing. Like, they could have maybe done it earlier, but it's like if we would have missed, and there's no value to even doing that earlier.
Nice job, everyone. Nice job.
Not saying they haven't missed, but
excellent.
They've been pretty darn good when you look at it. They haven't missed many, man. Ooh, the fireworks. Hold up. Was this? What is this? The 4th of July? Ooh, I see you, D-Map. It won't show it, but I see you. Yeah. Slater, right. Yeah, Slater. There you go. Yeah, I don't know. The Crosby situation is weird. Oh, okay, day 2. Okay, I didn't know how deep they was going to go into this, but it is an hour and a half, so we might... Oh, snap.
In private? Yeah. That's cool. That's what's up.
See, they got the beats on here, too. We got to address the beats. You know what I'm saying? Don't overlook that. That's
What's
fire,
How you
though.
doing? Hello.
Come on, man.
Doing all right?
I mean, this is how it should be, though, right? Because I hate to use this because I always bring it up. Right? I always bring up the Packers situation. But as I said, like when I read that, it was like about, hey, man, we're bringing back the legacy, right? Like, kind of like when you think that team, you think about this. So getting a guy like Calvin back involved, but they're bringing it right to your front door. Like, hey, as soon as you're here, you're meeting the goats. Like, these are the dudes, all right? And you're gonna meet them immediately. You're gonna see it when you walk in the building, but they're gonna greet you at the car. Like, they're gonna bring you here like that. that's taking it to that level of like we're gonna showcase the legends that have came through here. You know what I'm saying?
What's up, Coach Billman?
Celebrate those
dudes.
How you doing, man? Good. Congratulations, man.
What's up, man?
That's wild. They look good in the jacket stuff.
Josh, mom. Nice to meet you.
Dusty?
Dusty.
Great to be
Well, they call him Josh.
Nice to see you.
I won't call him
I'm
that,
just
but-
Calvin's buddy. We excited to have you, man. We need your skills, man.
Excited to be here. It's our first choice. I met you.
How sweet is that for Gibbs, dog?
Used to rave about you, bro. He used to rave about you. He used to tell me y'all stories back in college. I hope he didn't.
Oh, and then they both went to. You said that earlier in the chat.
Everybody's excited, you know, but you know we don't feel the pressure. We apply it. Yeah, do preparation.
Let me ask you this. I noticed a lot of the kids had this kind of thing. What is there something to it, or?
The chain?
Yeah.
My name?
That's like a thing these days.
You would have had one too.
You think so? Okay. All right.
We're gonna have to get Barry one.
Barry do one.
Right. Maybe
Barry,
it's not too late.
He needs to start celebrating, man. I know you're on the Heisman house. I saw that video of him falling asleep. Like, he needs to start. He going to an interview. That's crazy. Man, you already got drafted, dog.
Hey,
You know
hey,
Jack
how you
ain't
doing,
wearing
man?
no chains. You would
Congratulations,
just be like, huh?
man. Congratulations, brother. Yeah, man, this is great.
Spielman, yep, exactly. Yep. And they got him working with him, right? So
we're excited too, bro.
Put my best foot forward every single day for this organization.
We know it.
Dog, like, yo, like, look at that, bro. Who talks like that, dog? That's crazy. That like when they say about like the hard hat lunch pails. Listen to how he's talking to him.
I'm excited.
We're excited,
man. And
We're excited too, bro.
put my best foot forward every single day. For
It's like Calvin's. Oh my gosh! I got hit with an ad. Chat. If you got hit with an ad, I'm sorry. I just got hit with an ad, and I'm just watching the chat here. So now I know how it feels. Now I'm in your shoes, and you're like, "What is there an ad here?" I know how it feels, but like what I was saying, and this is great because now I know when it has an ad. Like, it was almost like he was answering that question. Like Calvin was like the dude. Like, I don't know, like that.
No, we know, man.
What's up, man? I'm Jack here.
That's awesome, dude.
How you doing?
That's so
Yes,
cool.
very
All
well.
business, facts.
Awesome.
Where are they at though?
Yeah, man. What you think
This
about?
airport? What is? This ain't no airport.
I just on cloud nine.
Yeah, you should be. But no, you got a great support system and just the coaching staff, bro. Like almost the whole staff is riddled with player coaches, man. So, and then Dan, obviously, I play with Dan, so I know with Dan, and Dan's an OG, man. That's a dude, man. So I'm happy for you that you get to come to Detroit in a good time, man. When it's trending up, the city, everything. So work your tail off early, it makes things easier. You know, early in the down, work your ass off, it makes things easier later in the play. That's the same thing in life. You're still young, work your ass off, so you set yourself up for later. So living in the now and don't take it for granted.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
Happy for you, man.
Yeah, thank you.
All the hoopla's over. Let's go. See ball, get ball. It's not that hard.
So when did you leave Georgia Tech?
Last year.
Oh, so you were at just Alabama a year? Okay.
Did they show the porter in this?
I'm just so excited.
You should be excited. Your dream come true. But you're going to love everybody, man. And everybody's
they got him right there
It's
with
a
the
different feel than I think other teams.
Yeah.
I don't know if you like catching any NBA action, you know, but I thought I saw you doing a dribbling motion.
Yeah.
You know, I thought I saw. Okay.
Yeah, I used to play basketball.
Oh, you did? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I played basketball way more than I played the football.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I played it every day. Used to walk like miles to go to the park.
You didn't have a bike, man? You guys didn't own a bicycle?
Yeah, Calvin did.
You just rather walk.
Sometimes we did.
The best thing you have from my evaluation that I gave.
Oh, he has a reaction here?
Vision, right? And there's no wasted movements. None. When you have zero wasted movements, you play faster than anybody. You keep that edge, man.
Yes, sir.
Keep your vision.
Yes, sir.
The thing that I'm forever mad about is
you see him showing up the car?
I graduated high school in '86. I believe it was '87. That's the year when Kansas got the three-point line in high school. So I didn't have a three-point line.
Yeah,
I didn't have
wow, Barry, don't.
I didn't have a three-point line.
Man.
Coaches hated me shooting out far like that. You know,
You
so
got to, man.
A lot of times I'll get yanked, you know, just from shooting too far.
Here we are.
Uh-oh.
Allen
Training
Park.
camp.
You're gonna become very familiar with this place.
Hey, man, I'm proud of you. I'm so excited for you, brother. Man, I'm so excited for our team. All right, now you get to go meet everybody else.
Oh, they taking us all the way through here. What's up, Coach? Yeah. Dude, look at the firiness. He was energized, man.
Fired up, yeah, I'm so excited.
He is. That hug was crazy.
We're excited. We're excited. The person that you are and the production and the player that you are. We will push every boundary you have.
And I don't know, like I just get the sense that's really cool, like to have the 2 first-round picks like right there together, kind of like, hey man, they're gonna arrive together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It just got to be cool as like one of the draft picks to be like, yeah, dude, this dude's also here. I don't know. It's just like something like you're not alone in it. Like we're going in this thing together. That's cool, man.
You got it. You got it, man.
Yeah, I got you.
Cause you know those are like top end.
You're gonna give us your all. That one you can question because you're here because everything you're about. That's what we're about.
I love that.
I see that, Steve.
That's what we're about.
I love
that's
that.
why you're here, man. Yeah, dog. We're fired up.
They show all the picks.
This is gonna be awesome. First and foremost, I just want to thank the Ford family, Mr. Holmes, and Coach Campbell for giving me this opportunity to be a Detroit Lion. I've been here for the day, and I can already tell it's truly unique, and it's something that I feel like is the fans are definitely going to be excited about.
You'll fit just fine with us.
For sure.
And you're going to push everybody around you. And your job is to come in and earn a starting spot.
Exactly. I love that about you guys too. Like it doesn't matter about anything. Once you step foot on the field, everyone's the same, and you got to go earn that shit. That's what I love.
How's it feel?
His answers are tough.
It was good. It was really good.
I can see how you would fall in love with that guy in the draft room.
Yeah, I saw the reaction. You know, it felt good knowing that the organization had that much trust in me to pick me at number 12.
Yo, and talk about how's that gotta feel, man? Like you see this video of them selecting you, and you see their reaction to that. That's gotta be nuts, man. Like you want to talk about like building you up to see this? Oh, that's got to get you fired up. That's like the ultimate, like, man, they believe in me.
You know, running backs don't usually get picked, so it meant a lot to me.
You're a little surprised last time.
Yeah.
You and Montgomery will be 2 pieces.
I see you.
Yeah.
I can't read
You
your
all
name.
compliment each other well. Fired up to have you.
Yeah, no, I'm so excited.
I believe it, man. I live.
Well, thank you.
Congrats, man.
Looks like his dad. Oh, snap. How you doing, man? I'm doing good.
How are you doing?
Oh,
Congrats,
Dave.
brother. Come on in.
Hi, Dave.
Dave. Hey, good name.
Congrats, bud.
Thank you. Congrats.
He ain't gonna be with Dave very much,
I'm
man.
telling you exactly what we need. You figured in the head coach. So have you started getting the jokes yet that he's your uncle?
Yeah, oh yeah.
See, right, Dan could probably be his dad, maybe.
Thank you.
Because, you know what I'm saying, the name.
Yeah.
I'll catch you.
What's up, buddy?
Get out of here.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap. They put Ben Johnson in there. He said, hold up. Hold up. Y'all can't see this. What we about to discuss. Y'all know, hey, Ben already creating plays.
This afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Good guys.
Let's see.
Excited to be here.
Yeah.
Man, he got that rap.
Yeah.
Hey.
Just tell.
Perfect.
See, hold up. We already got questions about Dan Campbell based on that. If you open gun package and you take one piece, we got questions. One piece, dog. I already know he's going back for seconds. You see his hand still on the package. Don't cut here, Lions. You got to take 2 pieces at least on the first go round. At least 2 of them things.
Yeah. So
Good.
Oh my goodness, Dan.
Yeah. Just and all families are so complimentary. You and
Whoa.
everybody.
Wait, did he put it in his pocket? What was that? I need to figure. I'm sorry. Let me go back. I'm not listening to what she's saying. I'm not listening to what she's saying. But I'm confused why he put that in his pocket. He just wants more.
Yes.
Yeah. Just tell.
Perfect fit for us.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Good.
they're really excited.
Good.
Yeah. Just and all families are so complimentary. You and everybody.
Good.
I know what it is.
Hold them.
Yeah, I was just saying, you haven't been here long enough to figure out the truth. But
He's talking to her.
First
He didn't
round
want to put
ended,
that gum in his
you
mouth
know,
while
there's
he's talking. I
still
get it.
some
Okay.
good players that we'd be excited about. I think we're in a really good spot.
Also been 34.
right.
You have Will Levis, you have Hendon Hooker, you have Brian Branch, who is the safety from Alabama.
A bunch of good tight ends.
We took two of those
players
dudes
left, and it's going to be an exciting day.
I don't know how we got Brian Branch. I want to see that one.
There's going to be a lot of good players.
It is good to kind of let the dust settle. You know, you can kind of restack it, reshuffle it. You know, I did get some calls about, you know, the back half of the first round.
Okay, so this is first round.
Okay. It starts to clear out. Yeah. It's like one left. I'm with you. That's what you're talking about.
Okay.
Got it. It makes sense.
Just if it's branch, still have the tight ends.
Yep.
Just kind of looking at the totality of.
So he was saying, and obviously they cut some stuff out, but he did bring up Branch at that 34 spot, and they got him where they got him, and they said the tight ends too, so they were cool with like kind of either there, but they wanted them to be available, and they got both of them, so they felt good. Man,
who was left?
That's
we felt
crazy.
pretty confident of just staying right there at 34.
It's just a force. Yeah. There's going to be a couple of pretty good guys left at the top of the second. That's what I'm thinking.
We're pretty zeroed in on Sam and being able to land him. You know, there's still, you know, picks in front of us, and you don't really know how that's going to go.
Picks in Brian Reset.
Yes.
You know, you have your eggs, but you don't have a basket to put them in
that
yet.
wasn't 32.
So, like, I have these opportunities, but I
So
just
he's
don't know where I'm
counting
going to go yet.
Well, I thought night one, teams were intrigued to see what was going to happen. There was so much mystery. They're legit excited about tonight because this is the guts of this draft. This is the value of this draft.
Come on, man. Nah, y'all, this can't be real. This can't be real. He said Branch or Laporta at 34. And he got both of them.
Yep.
When, you know, Sam was available, obviously he was our top guy at that position, and we were able to land him.
So Dan, if we're there, if we don't trade, it'll be Laporta.
At 34.
Yes. So we'll have one of these two guys. We'll have one of these two guys.
The
That's
Arizona
disgusting.
Cardinals
That's
have
disgusting.
finalized a
That's
trade
not
with
fair.
the Tennessee Titans to come up to number 33, which of course begs the
I
question.
forgot that happened.
Who are the
So
Titans
they
coming
guaranteed
up
that
to
pick
get?
when they knew they moved up. He said we guaranteed we get one of the two. And then when that happened, they knew they had
Buddy
to pick.
Dallas Clark has been a great mentor for me, and you know,
That's
played in the league
crazy.
for a long time. And he made a joke to me like, until you see your name go across that screen, like, don't believe it quite yet. And you're looking
That's
down at your
nasty.
phone, it's ringing. You're like, this is the moment. Holy crap!
Sam. It's Brad Holmes, Jim, Detroit Lions. How you doing, man? I'm doing great now. You ready to be a Lion? Absolutely. We got your teammate, man. So.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I don't even think Sam knew that I was calling to draft him, and I hadn't even told him, like, yeah, I know, but we're calling to draft you too.
He called me. I was like, oh my gosh, like you got Jack. Like it just didn't really set in for me yet.
Oh, he
How you coming, man? Hey, man, we're fine.
Oh, he was just there to talk about. He thought they were just trying to talk about Jack a little bit. Like, hey, we got your boy. That's crazy. Okay, I'm
You're
sorry.
a big part of this offense, man. All right.
And then Coach Campbell hops on the phone, and Miss Sheila Hamps.
You're going to bring another element.
I want to see them talk a little bit more about like what they feel about the players' impact. You know, when they get the scouts and stuff again, like what he's going to bring to the table, like specifically. That's what I'm looking forward to here.
I'm telling you, we see a major fit. So we're fired up, buddy.
Hey, Sam.
That's insane.
Congratulations. This is awesome. We're so excited.
That's why they moved up though, because they were like, wait a minute, we could actually get both of them. Why is this dude still here? We need to go get him.
So, congratulations. I hear lots of cheers in your background.
Chairs?
Like I got the phone call. I went out and told the rest of the party, like, hey everybody, I'm about to be a Detroit Lion. Everybody went crazy.
Oh, they didn't. He was talking about this.
you watch the TVs.
Oh,
like,
that's so cool.
My name pops up on the screen. That's when it kind of felt surreal.
With the 34th pick
I couldn't imagine that
in the
feeling,
2023 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions
It was
select
disgusting. Yeah.
Sam Laporta, tight end, Iowa.
Yeah, it was just a really great celebration of, family and friends. The most important people in my life were right there in that room. Right after that, I kind of
I like the
broke
vibe I
down,
get from
like
this
my
dude,
dad
though.
and I, because
When I
it's
be
just like a
listening
full
to him.
circle moment. I started playing football when I was 10 years old, and like here I am,
My man
12 years later.
got a motorcycle shirt on, bro. Like, yo.
And just crazy.
He turned 6 overall to Gibbs and Laporta. I mean, we couldn't be any more thrilled.
He's sad, scrappy.
Yes, doctor, yes.
Sam is one of the better,
Scrappy, okay,
if not
Snappy.
the best receiving tight end I saw all fall. He runs really good routes, runs really well, really good catching skills, good adjust to the ball.
Hopefully an explosive player, big plays, gritty in the run game, and lots of other things that the coaches asked me to do.
What really stands out is when he detaches from the core and the work that he can do on the perimeter, and he can beat a DB, and he can catch contested, and he can win a...
Yo, this is the first game I watched, and he was cooking these dudes. And because we like the Illinois DBs, and I'm like, yo.
What really stands out is
They
when
had two
he
legit safeties.
From the core and the work that he can do on the perimeter, and he can beat a DB, and he
Look
can
at that.
catch contested.
They're just
and
struggling.
He, can win
He
a
was like
slant.
either run
You're getting
over
a complete tight end. He's a guy who can get downfield and make some big plays for you. Sam's very, very versatile as a player. You can line him up all over the place. I think it's going to be a really good chess piece for coaches to use on offense.
He's got really impressive ball skills. He's just a really good athlete. He can bend, he can change directions, and again, I just like the way he plays football.
As a blocker, he's very willing, tough, competitive, aggressive. He's not afraid to stick his nose in there.
He still has a gritty finishing style, especially with the ball in his hands. He's got run after the catch.
Oh, it
this
shows
was
up
a
on the
good
screen.
tight end class. It
What?
really was this year, but he just really stood out to me among the others. So
It was
we're
a
happy to
loaded
get
tight
him.
end class.
Just an all-around complete
This
football
is the
player.
range.
He does his job every play, and he does high-level NFL routes. I see NFL run blocking, and then, of course, the physical tools that go along with it to where you go, this damn guy is good, and he's going to be around for a long time.
It's kind
in
of
the
weird,
NFL.
I feel like. I don't know why, but it's kind of weird. It feels like that they put Chris Sims in here because they had him at the beginning like, man, they took the running back, and then they came back and like they're showing where he's hyping him up. I'm just saying, if they want to put some... Anyway. No, my thing was out too late, bro. My stuff was out too late. They was working on it. Yeah, that Iowa offense was garbage, dog.
Congratulations. He's traded out. You'll absolutely love Sam. Another great dude, fantastic player, absolute football player, competitor, ultimate team guy.
Sam was also voted a team captain this past year.
They love the team captain
Another
stuff.
really hard
They
worker,
love
always
that.
in the building, loved by teammates. Really took over that tight ends room this year as far as a leader.
Yeah, as a
Gronk
person,
ball.
just somebody that appreciates every day. I get to
Got that
live a
kiddo
lot
style?
of those like little kids'
Oh,
dreams,
this was
but
nasty.
then only
This
a
was-
few people actually turn out and get this opportunity. So I just
Oh,
try
the
to
wrong
appreciate
play, wrong
that
play,
and appreciate
wrong play.
every moment that I have.
That whole game was nasty. That was my favorite game of his.
Yo.
From the football smarts perspective, another really smart kid. There's nothing that Sam, can't do from a
That yak.
football smarts perspective. The coaches there say that he could
yak's
teach
tough.
the offense to the other tight
Oh,
ends.
y'all
At
see him
combine,
jump
they
over
kinda
the
caught me
lineman?
and play
Come
real
on, man.
quick, and
Come
they're
on,
going to
man.
stress my football IQ
Oh,
and
here we go, here
see
we
what I
go.
can do mentally and put it out there on the field.
Hey, do you have good hands?
I think I have great hands, yeah.
10 being the best, you'd rate him a 10?
That's tough. You'd like to think so, but I feel like I can be better at, especially like highballing.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can be better, but I think I'm definitely a security blanket for the quarterback. I'd say probably an 8.
So he feels like he's a security blanket. Because I had questions about his hands. Just in terms of, like, I thought he got his hands out so late. And it would lead to... okay.
Catch the ball over your head with a safety coming at your ribs.
I'd like to think so.
Yeah.
I've put that on film before, yeah.
I thought it went pretty well.
Okay.
It's kind of funny because now I'm starting
These
to
vibes
learn
chill,
the
though.
system. It's just funny to like
Exactly.
think back to the play they taught me then, and they demand a lot from me now, and I could tell that in that meeting.
You like run blocking?
I enjoy run blocking, yeah.
Yo, he's like, I don't know like how to explain it. He's kind of like listening to like a dude from your church, but also kind of a coach as well. Like there's like a real calmness about him. I don't know. It's weird, man. It's like I don't know.
Be dominating somebody.
You feel like you're a complete tight end. You can
Wait,
do
what is it?
They
Like look
demand
at
a
how he
lot
said
from me
this.
now, and I
Hold
can
up.
tell that in that meeting.
You like run blocking?
I enjoy run blocking, yeah. Physically dominating somebody.
Yo,
You
like
feel
who
like
says
you're
it like
complete
that?
tight
It's
end.
weird. It's weird, man. I enjoy run blocking. Physically dominating somebody. Like, what? Why are you saying it like that? See, he got the gum too. Dan was on board. Dan said, "What gum you got? You got that green? You got that Winto green? Hey, I'm sold." Okay, go back
They
real quick.
demand a lot from me now, and I could tell that in that meeting.
You like run blocking?
I enjoy run blocking, yeah. Physically dominating somebody.
You feel like you're a complete tight end. You can do a little bit.
I do, yeah. I think I'm extremely versatile.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm tough enough to stick my nose in shit, but also finesseful enough to get open and create separation and shit.
Yep.
Finesseful and shit. I love it.
Yeah, but you already heard it go. You keep looking at that clock.
I don't know, I just keep seeing it tick.
You're sweating.
I bet I am.
You're trying to do well.
Okay.
We're putting everybody through the ringer.
Why should coach draft you?
I'm a locker room guy. I think I mesh well with really any locker room. Not to mention that I'm a damn good football player too.
Ooh.
What?
You ain't gonna have no problems with me.
Hey, I like that answer, dog. I like that. Okay. Three starters.
Can see it, feel it, know it.
That's kind of how I feel too. Hey, now how about this, right? Maybe not year one. Year two, 4 starters. He's on his way. Just wait a second. He's coming. He's coming.
You know my position. Yep. It was the 2 guys.
Trade. Landed on the
Jack
clock.
Campbell. Oh my God. So good.
We were thrilled to get him. Now we still got 48 and 55.
Oh, yeah. You need that confidence, man. I wouldn't even call that cocky in an interview setting.
Draft weekend was an unbelievable experience.
I wouldn't.
The fact that I was able to bring my family there, it was huge to me, and blessed I was able to be there. However, I was hot that I didn't get my name called.
There's a number of guys didn't come off the board last night that we expected on the corners. Brian Branch from Alabama was a great nickel, didn't come off the board.
Sitting there at 48, and
That's
again,
crazy.
we still got our crop of guys. We're ready, but then I'm just starting to see this Brian Branch, and I'm
Bro,
like,
Brian Branch was
wait,
disgusting
he's
that day I was
still
there.
there?
Yesterday?
Oh, I got you.
Or I think that's 2
He's
days
still
ago.
sitting. Yeah. I'm with you. Yeah, I got you. I got you. I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
We got this guy in one of those 14 players that we have in that first round bucket, and let's make sure we don't lose him.
If I were picking out the guy I would want is Brian.
So hold up. He's saying he had Brian Branch in his top 14. He had him in the first round grade. Now here's the thing. I don't think that's crazy either. I think a lot of people thought that he'd be a first rounder. Based on the way that Brad, seemingly like kind of looks at these dudes, that makes a ton of sense. Because you could put Brian Branch easily in the Jamir Gibbs kind of like in the bucket that you would put Gibbs as a back, stylistically, right? Young, but also just like kind of the finesse that he has for a young player. You throw Jack in that same box, you throw him in there.
Brian Branch.
You're looking at the top corners available. It's
Yo,
Branch
time
from
out.
Alabama.
This was the first game that I watched from Brian Branch.
That we have in that
I showed
first
this clip
round
on the day that we
bucket,
drafted
and
him.
Let's make sure we don't lose him.
Him undercutting that out.
The guy I would want is Brian Branch.
Yep,
You're looking at the top corners available. It's
Nasty.
Branch from Alabama.
Nasty.
Can also play some safety if you wanted to in a
That was
pinch,
nasty.
kick out and play corners, and he can return some kicks for you as well.
Branch is kind of one of these guys. We've got CJ. He's really vocal. So let's see the guy you so he would be kind of a sort of left foot there. He's a hell of a football player.
See, and that was the whole thing for me. It was like, we have CJ, but they're talking themselves into it. And in fact, it's like, we got CJ, so we don't need him. But how can we pass on dude
You acquire players early. It's
What's up,
because
your
you
body,
believe
my
they
man?
can get it sooner than later. There's something about their game you feel like these guys can play football.
Absolutely. Now you take Kirby off the field though, so that's tough.
Foskey, huh?
When he was
So Foskey went to. He was a Saint, right? I think Isaiah Foskey was a Saint.
Play football.
What pick was that?
It's like the waiting game. Foskey, huh?
Wasn't that the Saints?
When he was there, that's when I just started just making calls, getting on the phone and just seeing, who I felt like we needed to get in front of. Again, you have no idea, but you just got to just go with your gut.
Retire soon, Brian Branch.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Look at him leaning over the table. Yo, Dad, look at this. Look at this.
Yeah.
Dad's funny, bro. Look at look. This is how you got that conviction. Look at how my guy's sitting here. Look, Brad can't even sit anymore. Brad's like, all right, hold up. Brad lost his seat. He said, all right, I'll wait, Dan. Come on, man.
Okay.
It was Saints pick 40. Wow.
He wants 152.
Oh, so Dorsey said yes, sir.
152. He wants 152.
Oh, he was about to make the call. I think.
I'm not doing that. 152. Mine. It's tempting.
Vixen, Julius Brents.
Brents was a Colt.
What's up?
I believe.
Yeah, we'll do it. It's better.
See, look, he said I might do it, but you see that sentence? I'm not doing it for 152 though. That's a better deal. Okay. See, now this gonna be draft day vibes. Hold up, let me check real quick. Look at Dad. He went back to the pocket. I can't hate on it. At first, I was like, what is he doing? He went back to the pocket, so this was legit. He didn't forget. Look at him. He's nervous. He's chewing. That's what that is, I think. Get that.
Yeah, this is the corner right.
That's like his third piece, though. Y'all know he had a lot of pieces.
This is the 159. Hey, yeah, we'll do it for 159. All right, cool. Yeah.
What's up? What's up? What's up, man?
Yes.
Oh, you just get back from you gotta. I know you gotta sleep, man. But I appreciate you hopping in here, man.
Lions just hopped up with the Packers.
I've seen the Grossi video reaction
so the Lions could do what I guess they're about to do.
Being able to get that deal done with Goody in Green Bay and meet me.
There was that one play I think against Tennessee where he gave up a big.
He was great to work with to get the deal done.
I remember right. I think there was one big completion.
To be able to land Branch, we were ecstatic.
But no, hold up. If I remember right, because it's like late and it's been a minute. I think that was that game where there was like multiple breakdowns, but I don't think they were him, man. If I remember right, I know he gave up the one big completion. I think he got like aggressive and they got him. But I think there was like other like plays where they were like breakdowns. But if I remember right, they weren't like they were breakdowns, but I don't remember them being him necessarily.
Got exactly what he wanted for a while.
But they were some big plays. Yeah, that game in general just cooked that defense.
Day 2, I was still hot, but it was important for me to stay because it's never going to happen again. I'm never going to get the opportunity to walk across the stage again. But I was just waiting, and I got a phone call. Brad called me, and my heart dropped. Like, I finally knew where I was going, and for it to be
just from being there in that Vegas year, man, like, I could see for a guy, because, you see some of the players that are there that, like, doesn't go, because, like, to just kind of be chilling there, almost like by yourself, because I don't know how many guys were still chilling there, but he might have been the only guy. I don't know. Probably maybe him or a few. That's tough,
Detroit
man.
is huge.
Yeah. Hey, Brian. It's Brian Holmes in the Detroit Lions. How you doing, man? Thanks for winning, man. Been a good part of the season.
Lions over sleep.
All right.
That's kind of what I'm feeling like right now, man.
Branch, what's up, man? Hey, congratulations, buddy. Fired up to have you. Can't believe it.
Shout out to the people that are in here right now. That's y'all are all saying that right now.
Everything we're about. Agents, secondary, everything, man.
Hey, Brian. Congratulations.
Now, I remember him saying that he kind of plays like the way that he plays already at Bama is similar to what Will asked him. What is this?
So happy. You can hear all the noise behind me. There's a lot of I hope you can hear that. Everyone's excited.
With the 45th pick in the
See, Dan's staying away from that
NFL
dude.
draft.
Y'all see this? My man's on the whole other side of the room. Look, we're all having fun. Now, he's texting. But you see the distance he created between him and Brad? Y'all think that's by accident? Look at him.
I hope you can hear that. Everyone's excited.
With the 45th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Brian Branch, defensive back, Alabama.
Hey, I love being on there too, man. It's always a good time.
Chip on the shoulder.
I'm not gonna lie, I was still hot, but it's the
He
fact
was
that
hot,
I got
man.
my name called. It's only like we're in the top 1% who can be able.
It's
to do
also
this.
cool, like,
And
I
walking
remember
across
last
the
year-
stage, shaking the commission.
I don't know who it was, but I feel like when we went, oh gosh, there was at least one player that came out. And it was kind of cool, though, because on day two, like, day one, it's really cool seeing everybody come out, that kind of thing. So to see someone come out on day two is kind of cool because, like, at that point, everybody's just showing up on the screen. So it's kind of cool to have, like, a guy to, like, oh, hey, there's still someone here. Like, it's not cool for him, but it's cool, like, in the environment to see someone come out.
You know, that's something that you dream of as a little kid. And my mom and them wanted me to walk across the stage as well. Just sharing that moment with them is...
Oh, that's right, Levis. I
First
forgot
one to
about
do with
Levis.
my family, and that was huge for me.
To have stayed in Kansas City and come back out the next night.
I just got hit with the ad, too, so I wasn't saying nothing there.
From a character standpoint, from
So
a
if you back
tangible
now, what's
standpoint,
up?
from an intelligence standpoint, these players fit us.
With Brian,
YouTube,
almost as much the versatility offensively as we have
we
with
back?
Jamir, you could probably say the same about Brian on the back end of our defense.
Described it as a chess piece.
Hold on, let me
These
go back a
players
little bit in
fit
case
us.
anybody missed
With
something from
Brian,
that ad.
Almost as much.
I'm going to go
come
back a
out
little
the
bit.
next
Make
night.
sure y'all didn't miss
Across the
nothing.
stage as well. Just sharing that moment with them is, you know, first one to do it with my family, and that was huge for me.
To have stayed in Kansas City and come back out the next night, you know, kind of speaks to who he is as a person.
From a character standpoint, from a tangible standpoint, from an intelligence standpoint, these
So
players
my man just
fit
said
us.
Will Levis
With
left.
Brian, almost as much the versatility offensively as we have with Jamir, you could probably say the same about Brian on the back end of our defense.
Described it as a chess piece. This kid can do a lot of things.
Okay, here
he
we
can play
go.
nickel. He can play safety.
He is someone that can
Play
play
nickel
in the
safety.
slot. He can play down in the box. He can play over the top. So he has the ability to line up in a lot of different places.
If you just had football player in caps, and
Hey, I've never seen that. Hold on, I got to figure out what this is. So he gifted a membership. Allow gifts. Oh, yeah, I'm going to allow those. I don't know what that means, but... Yeah, I'm allowed gifts, dog. My bad, I guess. Oh, D Scaff was gifted a membership. Hey, shout out to my man Mike hooking my man D Scaff up with the membership. That's cool.
black and white.
That's cool that you
what
can
he
do
is.
that. You
Play
hooked
in
my
the
boy
slot.
up.
He can play down in the box. He can play
I appreciate
over the
you,
top.
Mike.
So he has the ability to line up in a lot of different places.
If you just had football player in caps,
Look
and
at the
just
tackling,
black
bro.
and
His
white,
tackling is
that's what he
disgusting.
is.
Oh, this was clean. Yeah, that was clean. The way he like paused, he was actually. That play was disgusting. That was the double
Very
slants, I think.
instinctive. He's very
Something like that.
physical.
I don't
The
know.
guy
It's
can
late.
bend, change directions.
The
He's got
blitzing
good
was
size,
popping in
and
training
He just
camp.
plays the game like how we played.
The most impressive thing on watching Brian is his toughness, and he was the best tackler.
Yes, sir, Brody.
defensive
What's up,
player
man?
I watched all year.
He plays fast. He's intelligent.
Hey,
and he
that's
makes
that's
plays.
sweet
He
though.
shows he can do it all. He can cover. He plays the run.
I appreciate
and
that,
he's a
man. I
sneaky
really
good
do.
blitzer,
That's
too.
cool.
This kid will come
And
up
I
and
think
hit
he
you.
appreciates as well, whoever that was. That looked. Here's the thing, though. I'm not saying that. Like, I felt like Brian Branch is a better tackler in terms of consistency than CJ is, but in terms of like, you get the same like aggressiveness. CJ just has more. I feel vocalness to it, right? When he makes something happen.
Big hit in the backfield by Branch, and down goes Vaughn.
His ability to drive in the ball, I mean, it's as good as any corner in the draft. But his feet in and out of transition are absolutely phenomenal. Out of back pedal or any type of break, I mean, it is the most efficient footwork you have ever seen.
I love Brian Branch. Yeah. He is a Swiss Army knife style defender. He also played as a true freshman
like Jack
for Nick
Campbell.
Saban
He doesn't
in the
miss
secondary,
tackles.
which is hard to do. He's
Now that
very
I'm thinking
smart,
about
highly intelligent, hard worker.
He can do a lot of things, and that's, I think, the big thing with this kid is you can use him, and he's going to help you out wherever he plays.
The football player on tape, that alone was enough. But I went to that Alabama Pro Day, and, you know, obviously, you know, watching Jamir and had a great workout, but the way Branch moved, the hips, the quickness, the change of direction.
Yeah, that's nasty. We gotta watch this one more time.
You know,
this was
obviously,
nasty.
you know, watching Jamir and had a great workout.
The next one was nasty.
The way Branch moved, the
you
hips,
see receivers
the
do
quickness,
individual
the change
drills.
of direction, his burst, his finish.
That's.
I mean,
Hey,
the ball
that's tight,
skills.
dog.
That kind of put the icing on top of the cake there.
I was stoked to get him in the second round.
That's
He
just
has first-round
smooth,
traits. He's just a darn good football player.
I think we're getting a player that is going to show up every day, is going to do their job. They're going to be humble. They're going to be competitive. And he's a person that you can trust. He's a person that's always going to have your back. He's a person that's going to fit into your culture.
Really,
Yes,
what's
sir,
about
Sage.
Brian is just
Yes,
that
sir.
looking him in his eye.
And that was the
you just
first
feel
game I
it,
remember
you
we
just feel
watched
that
was him, I
he
think,
wants to
against
be
Michigan.
Great, and that put it over the top for me.
All right, Brian, we can hop right into the football here, man. I want you to know the nickel and the safety, okay? Just like you did on tape. That was no problem, right?
You know, he's a player when he came into Alabama.
That's tough, man. They put him on the spot.
position that he plays in their defense, usually the
By the
guy-
way, Will Harris, I think, spoke on that fact that he would he's got to learn the nickel spot because that's like his major spot now. So he goes through it like that tape-wise. Then he comes back and he's like, then I do it for safety. I think that's what. And then he said, I got to come back and do it for outside corner because if you think about it, I feel like that's something that I feel like, you know, it'll never really get talked about. Like, we kind of just, say it, like, man, he plays all these positions. But, that's respect to that, man. For a dude that would, that's a lot of watching. I mean, obviously that's what they do, but, bro, you're rewinding that and you're doing it again for the next position because you know in game day, it's like, hey, man, we need you, Will, go in there. That's 3 positions? Come on, man.
They can handle the most from a responsibility standpoint. And so with Brian, you're getting a player that understands how the entire system on the back end works, how each piece fits together. He's a guy that has a high football IQ.
Since the back is there, we treat it like an unconventional bunch.
Yeah.
And we see it as a 3-man side, so we play box.
Yeah, you go.
And this is Duker, right?
Go good.
Has a high football IQ.
Since the back is there,
dude's
we treat it
21.
like an unconventional bunch.
Yeah.
And we see it as a 3-man side, so we play box.
Yeah, go. There you go. Good. Okay.
Getting a little spicy right now. I like it though. Getting a little spicy.
What stood out to me, just the way the coaches and everybody, how they interact with each other. I love to hear.
You like playing nickel or safety?
Wherever y'all need me at.
Wait, pick one.
Nah, see, that was...
Why?
Wait. That was kind of I feel like that was he's like, let me not mess this question up.
Coaches and everybody, how they interact
bad
with each
at it.
other. I love to hear.
You like playing nickel or safety?
Yeah.
Wherever y'all need me at.
Yeah.
Wait, pick one.
And then Jamir broke that one dude and just...
Why?
More, I'm close to the box. I feel like I'm a good run fit. I can play coverage on the slot, and I'm a great blitzer.
Great blitzer. That showed up.
I didn't think that he was going to be there, but we were jacked that he was.
That's that laugh. That's that villain laugh. That's that y'all done messed up. That's what he's doing right there. Y'all, you messed up, man. Y'all let this dude, right? We was talking in the late first round about moving up, right? If some of these guys were off the board, you let this dude become a lion. You messed up. This guy should not have been there. Green Bay. And Green Bay, what was that who we traded up with? You let us catapult to make that selection? I'm not against trading in division. But come on, man. You see that little laugh? Watch him pace himself. Look at this.
I didn't think that he was going to be there.
This is disgusting. Teams are going to be watching this dang. Look at this. Yo, look, everybody else is kind of what's going on? Brad knows. Brad's like, look what they just did.
You could have rolled the dice and waited for better values too.
No, that was.
No doubt.
That was it, man. That was just a value pick.
He was 3 runs above everybody on the board. Yeah. You could argue he's in the conversation for one of the best defensive players in this draft.
Yes.
I mean, he's one of 3.
Honestly, like, okay. Position comes into that. The fact that he wasn't maybe fast enough to feel like he's an outside corner, right? Like, it always happens, specifically like nickel, where like the first nickel off the board always goes late. It always seems to go late, like if that's what you are. Now we know there's versatility there, so if maybe he was like looked at as a safety, then maybe he goes higher. But I'm thinking like if you really thought about it, and I'm going back to the top defensive players, Will Anderson, at his position. Let's not compare like, you know, because position value is going to throw it off, and that's why he went where he did. But if you just said at their own position, Will Anderson as an edge versus him as a nickel, it's not a big gap. It's, to me, there wouldn't be a massive gap there at their positions. Like if you said to me, Tyree Wilson at his position versus this guy, right now, he's better at his position. Now, Tyree Wilson, he's a freak like build, so obviously like there's excitement about what that could become. But right now, no question. Right? Like from that view of it, it's the position that pulled him back. Because I remember the year that dude came out of Washington. Now, I don't think he's done it, and it was different. Like I wasn't, but that's just the position, really. You could.
That's amazing. That's so cool.
Yeah, we're still sitting here at 55.
I don't think that's hyperbole, man.
So
I really don't.
Branch at 45. We're still at 55, and so
what
that's
was
when
55?
Hendon starts to kind
Oh, we
of
started
creep in
moving
your
back.
mind.
We started moving back.
Hooker fall. Come on, buddy.
With Hendon, when he didn't go off,
Whoa. So they
that's
talking
when
about they talking to
Hendon
Agnew here.
starts to kind of creep
What was
in
the
your
situation?
mind.
I'm trying to figure out what's
Hooker fall. Come on.
So is Ray on the phone lines? I don't even see him in the picture. I don't know.
With Hendon, when he didn't go off right at the
This was a
top
W
of
episode.
2,
This is a
I
W
started
episode.
kind of get a sense of I think I know where this thing is
Hey,
going.
Wadi,
It's a
y'all
little
see
bit
it,
of a
Sage? Y'all
dice
see
roll,
that?
but can we move back, gain some more
Cody might find
capital
a
to
roster.
give us some more flexibility?
think he
with
will.
still having Hooker
Practice
in
squad
mind.
probably. But I will say, and again, I hope I should be back on Thursday. Like Coda was he had a good day. He had a good. I just think the receiver position is really strong. And there's a lot of those UDFAs. Like the fact that they brought Dylan Drummond in for I think he just came in for like a workout kind of thing, and then they signed him, and he did really well. Now he was matching safeties, but he did really well. You know, the UDFA receiver position, they bring in Trey Quinn. He didn't stand out, but he was solid. Maurice Alexander, that should not be overlooked. So I think there's a window, right, with Kennedy, you know, being wave injured. There's a window. But even if you cut off with Kennedy, like Kennedy would have been a tough spot to crack the roster. And that's a good problem. But when you look at the greens and you look at Denzel Mims, looks like Denzel Mims, the talent's there. It's just about fitting him into it. That's going to be tough. All right, my bad.
Can we move
I just wanna see
back,
what he says
gain
here.
some more capital to give us some more flexibility with still having Hooker in mind?
If we can get this move, get this move. If we can get this right, the road start.
He wants that fourth stuff.
Okay.
So the draft weekend for me was
'Cause
a
we
lot
moved
of
back
fun,
twice,
you know,
I
being
think.
able to just sit there and laugh with my family and friends. A lot of anticipation, a lot of guessing, a lot of chatter of, hey, where will he go? Where will you go? Not going where I wanted to go, you know, as far as number system, but just continuing to be
How about
positive
that
in
from
whatever
2 years ago, where the receiver
path
was
I
at?
do go down. You know, the Lions
Oda might have been
are
receiver
definitely
one.
a spot I love to be.
No, I know.
So, okay, timeout right there. Because he said DT, right? Obviously, where they were at the draft making this pick, like there was a lot of names, but they were eyeing that position. So that's the thing, like they were eyeing like adding a DT. Now they had to be the right one. It couldn't just be any DT. But they were eyeing that as a position that they wanted to address. Now, if you remember, we were talking about that. Like, I felt like the Lions, that was like, if you said like their needs, like that was something they legitimately had to address. They just went a different route. They went nose and they moved Aleem a little bit like that. They kind of went with the big dudes on the interior. But this was something that they clearly acknowledged, like, okay, we want to hit that. So if we can add some ammo, like mid-round. And I thought, and we'll see what they say, but I thought when they went up and got Broderick Martin, like based on kind of where the board was at for DTs and kind of how they were kind of going off, like it was kind of looking sort of like light. Like it was kind of like when we took Derek Barnes, it was like, ooh, it's kind of looking kind of light here. So when they got Broderick, it was like, let's get him out of there. Anyways, we'll see what they say. But
I'd have an appetite for that.
Brad, Kansas City, 63 and 34.
Here was
so they get 134.
249, 63 for 55 and 194. Okay, I'm good. You only do one clock.
Shout out to Disner. Look at Disner, man. He got like 4 fun. Oh no, he got 1 fun. I thought he had like 4. Hey.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they went back 8 spots?
We did it once, and then we did it twice, and now it's like, okay, all right.
You got any interest in coming up?
Hey, George, Brad, how you doing? I didn't know if you had any interest in moving up from one of your picks.
Yeah, so they were seeking out these. Okay.
To 63.
Ooh, that's a big swap. Yeah, that's a big swap.
Okay. So at least I do the try.
54?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dang. Just kind of sit there. What is it?
You just want to move down 2 spots for a 6. So we'll be going 63 to
That's
65.
not bad, man. That's the kind of deals I get on Madden, bro. And I just take it.
If you were somebody from the outside and you walk in, it could probably seem chaotic. There is so much going on right now. Like, I don't even know where to begin.
So sorry, chat. I'm gonna see what y'all are saying real quick. Price file could be good. No, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that. You're going to be projected. Oh yes, we will do that. Probably a little bit close. Do you want that before camp, or before preseason or after preseason? After preseason, of course. But if y'all want something like that before preseason, we could do like a 2.0 kind of deal. But actually, timeout. We can't do it after preseason because there's cuts. We actually would have to do that soon. Yeah, we'll do that soon. I don't know exactly when, but we'll do that soon. They're gonna make cuts. My bad. Anyway, let's see what they say.
What's going on? If you wanted to come up, I was thinking you could swap.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think Hooker will be on there.
180.
But
so, what's going on?
He'll just enter on that.
If you wanted to come up, I was thinking you could swap 139 from 183.
Yeah, man, that's a big jump.
For 68.
Yeah. 68, 139.
So they're moving 5 spots to go get a 54 pick swap.
You're in there, and then you're going through that moment, and to really understand how composed everybody really is. And Disner and Sauce
Everybody's chewing gum, bro.
Dorsey.
Look at all the phone lines.
And these guys are on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I think that's probably our preferable one right now. 122, late third, early fourth. Somewhere between 95 and 105.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you good? Okay, calling them right now.
All right, we're trading with Denver.
So we got to 68
What's
and
good, man?
kind of rolling the dice.
Yeah, I appreciate
Let's
that.
just go ahead and
My
just
man, I
make the pick.
appreciate
So
that.
we got to be able to land
Said you'll love
Hendon.
the
It was just
content,
awesome.
Denver State Sanders.
Taking Drew Sanders.
Ooh, like a prediction before the cut date. We'll probably do that too. Yeah. Hey, what happened? Hold up.
Taking Drew Sanders.
Oh, this is
Let's
when
just
he
go
gets
ahead
it.
and just make the pick. So we got to be able to land Hendon. It was just awesome.
Denver State Sanders.
Taking Drew Sanders.
Hey, I like Drew Sanders. I like him. Y'all notice though, I'm not talking crazy. So look at what happened. Look at where Brad is at when they know they're getting close. All right, you see the distance created. Look, he even got out of his chair. He literally, like, you see what I'm saying? He's not even in his chair now more. Now look at where he has his hands. He ain't clapping. Now he clapping because the coast is clear. He said, "Let me." He's ready, dog. He's ready, dog. Look at him. Wow. Uh-oh.
Hello.
Hendon.
What's going on?
How you doing, man?
They hit us with the sad music.
Jimmy.
This dude looks just like it.
Yes,
That's got to
sir. How you
be.
doing?
I'm glad I called a Greensboro phone number.
It's only right. It's only right.
You ready to be a lineman?
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
That's a real moment.
That's so cool.
And very special
That's
as well.
so
I remember him making a joke about, man, it's good to call a Greensboro
Earlier,
number.
if y'all saw it earlier, you know.
So obviously, I
know.
went to North Carolina
You know what I'm
A&T,
saying?
and
You know,
obviously
dog.
his dad,
This is
you
not
know,
by
being
accident.
a Hall of Fame
My bad.
quarterback at A&T. When I dialed that 336 numbers, kind of just gave me some nostalgia.
All right, man. Congratulations. Enjoy this family. All right. Hey, look, let me get you on the phone. That head coach, Dan Campbell. All right. All right. Hey, brother.
What's going on, Coach?
Congratulations. This is you're gonna fit right in.
I'm excited.
Get that leg right. Continue where you have to learn from golf, and then you just grow, develop, and let's see.
I would say the moves make it fun because in the past, like when they moved up with Broderick, I thought the day was over. It was like, and then all of a sudden, boom, here we go. So it makes it fun.
Yes, I am too.
Wait, those folks said you can't get your leg all
Can't wait.
Okay. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
My man Hungry Panda's in the building. My guy, what's going on, man? Great watching these. And we should be live tomorrow, Answer 14. How you doing? Campbell was ready. See? Yeah, he got elbow, dog. Yeah. He's been prepping since that.
What's up? What's up? How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Watch the awareness.
Damn, so this is what it feels like to be up here, huh? This is nice. With the 68th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Hendon Hooker, quarterback, Tennessee.
Hooker look lanky, man. Look at that guy. Now, hold that real quick. We got to get the video out on this guy. And trust me, it's been a work in progress. I just know it's going to take longer. Like, legitimate, like, when I go back and look at it, I completely understand, like, why he wouldn't have been a round one guy. You know, just taking, like, a little bit of a deeper look at it. Like, I get why this dude wouldn't be a round one quarterback. I thought there was, especially early in some of the games, like, early in his, like, career, like, seasons, just making easy things look too difficult, you know, is one thing that stood out, like, easy throws, that kind of thing. I thought, like, technique-wise, that kind of thing. But at the same time, I'm really intrigued by what he can do with his legs, man. Like, and it was kind of the thing with Gibbs, like, where I was like, whoa, man, I really like the receiving ability here. It's kind of like starting to slowly creep to that for running, for what he can do with his legs. I'm like, man, there's more here than I think what maybe meets the eye originally. Like, you think mobile, but I'm like, I think there's even more talent there as a runner. But I want to see what they say about him, man, because he's been great. Where are we in this video, by the way? Okay, we're almost done. We're good. Look at the parties they got there. What they got there? What kind of drinks y'all think they got?
Kind of checking all the boxes.
Hendon is a guy that has a strong arm.
See?
He's got a high
Crispy,
football
yeah.
IQ. He's a good athlete. But also just his journey, you know, was not the easiest.
Hendon started his career out at Virginia Tech.
This is Hendon Hooker, just one of two passing in his career.
I remember I saw him.
That's where I have to get to next, though. I have to get through a lot of his Virginia Tech stuff. So that's why I'm like kind of taking my time on this video, because I don't want to like hurry this one out, because we're not going to really see him anyways this year. So I'm just kind of You know what I'm
His
saying?
first start at Virginia Tech, they were playing Miami, and Virginia Tech man had an injury, and
His
Hendon,
mom
comes
start-
in and starts,
oh, man,
and
he was grabbing his knee.
running around. I'm like, whoa, all right, this guy can play. Virginia Tech, they were playing Miami, and Virginia Tech man had an injury, and Hendon, comes in and starts, and he's scrambling, running around. I'm like, whoa, all right, this guy can play.
There's something more there.
One guy to beat, and
That's what I'm saying. There's something more with this ability to
Transferred
move.
to Tennessee, and he was in a quarterback competition, eventually won the job, and he didn't look back from there.
As a player, we're getting a guy that has upside. He has the ability to read defense. He has the ability to make a lot of the hard throws look easy.
And then Hooker pulls it, throws it, touchdown Tennessee. Perfect throw by the
I don't know about that one, man.
quarterback for Tennessee.
Like in terms of what?
A person that can play both inside and outside the pocket and has mobility to keep plays alive and make some things happen even when it's off schedule.
Hooker keeps it himself, and Hooker high steps to the 5.
I like him though,
Crosses
man. He's
over to his
tough,
left
man.
into
That's
the
what I
end
like about him. He's
zone.
tough.
They're going to run the option. Hooker keeps it himself. What a move. He may go all the way. He will. How about that?
The physical traits with Hendon, they kind of jump off the screen at you because you see the arm strength and you see the athlete immediately.
I love
did
the
he?
poise he
Oh, yeah,
plays
that
with
makes
from the
sense, Ken.
pocket. He stands tall. He's confident. He gets from 1 to
I thought
2
you was
to
referencing
3
like a specific
with
play,
quickness,
but okay.
with efficiency, with his footwork, and dude's got a cannon.
That size, that athleticism, the decision making, the ability to throw the ball, I think is really, really good.
He is a legend.
I think it's definite first round worthy.
This kid embodies what you want in a quarterback. The more you watched, the more you liked. His leadership, his intelligence.
That was
persona
crazy
on the
that they were
field.
able to move back.
And you
those
see the
twice,
traits,
man.
what you look
They're
for
rolling this
in a
board,
quarterback.
man.
On the field, someone who's going to lead, someone who's extremely accurate, can throw a nice deep ball, and who is explosive.
Well, he's just a good football player. He has all the physical traits with, size, athletic ability,
look at that.
throwing
He's
and all
found his
stuff.
blocker.
But
Come
he's
on,
got
man.
the intangible qualities for the position.
He had the respect of everybody there. He was a leader on offense for them. All the guys looked up to him, and when he was on the field, they always thought, hey, we can win this game.
From a cultural perspective, a very team-first guy. Someone.
The position.
He had the respect of everybody there. He was a leader on offense for them. All the guys
My
looked
man
up
said it earlier in this
to
video.
him, and when he was on the field,
These were the kind of things that were happening, right?
they always thought, hey, we can win this game.
In
From
that
a
whole
cultural
game.
perspective, a very team-first guy. Someone who's going to put the team before himself. And I want to come out and, impact lives in a positive manner, whether that be, on the field, in the locker room, out of this building.
He's a guy that's a transformational leader, and a lot of people directly contribute to the success that Tennessee's had to the leadership and the person that Hendon is.
He's a good person.
That was wild to
He's
see him beat
smart,
Bama like that,
Brought him
though.
in, and
Oh, here we go,
seeing
here we
it
go.
firsthand was
Okay.
easy to put over the top.
You excited about this week?
Very excited.
Yeah?
Very excited. It's once in a lifetime opportunity.
Absolutely.
Something I've been dreaming of my whole life. I had a great time talking to Coach Brew and talking to Coach Johnson and Coach Campbell as well. Really just took away, how down to earth and personable everyone was.
Hey, I don't know if they had him on the 14. Did he say that?
Got to keep the chains moving. Third down, money down.
Money down.
Put a little juice on that, huh? Good ball location.
What do you feel like you need to work on the most?
One thing that I really kind of, harped on to myself and coaches as well, even guys, my mom sometimes, just taking care of my body in the run game. I don't really see any weaknesses.
See, I didn't see him slide a lot, so I can understand.
Just trying to be Superman, extending the plays, as much as I can, trying to get the most out of every play. Being able to sit down and go through plays, go through how the Lions, run their offense and how Coach Brew teaches the quarterbacks. It's a beautiful thing, and that's people that I want to be around.
Did everything come from the sideline?
Play call wise until I check it. I had a lot of freedom at the line.
Okay. How much did that happen?
A lot.
A lot. Half the time?
Majority of the time.
Majority of the time, you were doing something at the line based on what you saw.
Yes, sir.
Was there anything that you felt like was too much preparing for an opponent?
No, sir. No, sir. I believe in over preparing so I can be ready for any and every situation.
He's a guy that studies all the time. He's a guy that watches video every day. He's a guy that takes a lot of the copious notes. He's a person that's going to ask the questions that he needs to ask, and that even him going to the Senior Bowl and showing up even though he's dealing with an injury.
Obviously, he has to go through getting healthy with the knee, but I think he comes in the perfect situation where he can sit back and learn from Jared, and I think that's going to be great for him.
He's got to get healthy. He's got to develop. We like his developmental traits, and we're excited about his upside. That's why we went ahead and pulled the trigger on him.
Yeah, that's a pretty good day so far.
So then we picked him in at 68, and I knew, like, me and Dan just had this affinity for Broderick. I'm kind of looking at, I'm trying to see, like, what's left on the board. I think I made the comment to Dan. I was just like, man, I'm going to try my ass off to get back in here and get this dude.
You know what I mean? Oh, let's thank you, big guy. I'd be great.
Yeah, we
were at 122 in the fourth there, and I'm like, I don't know who would actually do it, but I think we had 3 5s at the time, so I probably started calling at like
I was so
7.
lost at this point.
What's up? Hey, would you be interested in to the fourth? You guys plan on picking? Or would you guys be interested? I was trying to see if interested in moving back. Are you staying? We got 122.
My man just working through the calls, man. That's a leap, though. So you get that. That's a leap, man. Where we at? I don't know what the draft video is. I'm gonna try to. Yeah, what was the number that they moved up to? I don't even remember. Was it in the 90s?
I just kept, chipping away.
Man.
You're saying 90 to 122 and give you the future versions. Yeah.
What?
I'm not there yet. That's not, no, but 94, 96. 96. What'd you have? 122, 139, 168. I'm fine with the 139, 168. For the Arizona, for the 96.
Okay, 96.
When we got to 96 at Arizona, we were able to get that deal done to sacrifice with the 5th round picks. I thought it was a no-brainer.
Yeah, that's. And there was the trade value chart was in their favor.
You still good for the?
Hold up, we're gonna pause. We just got hit with the 5-second ad, so I'm gonna roll it back in case anybody missed. I can see that on my end, so we're gonna roll it back.
I thought it was a no-brainer.
We don't miss nothing.
Hey, what's up, man?
Look at this, bro. See, now Dan's sitting on the table.
Still good for the?
He's chilling though. He's
the
chilling.
122, 139, 68. Yeah,
this is kind of how we were though, honestly. Like this position that my man Dorsey's in right here is kind of how we were at this point in the draft, because I didn't think they were going to move back in, so it's kind of like nothing's going to happen. This is what we look like watching when we were streaming.
As long if he's there at 96, then we're good. Yep, okay, all good. He said we're all good if their guy doesn't get picked up. I hope there's not Broderick one.
For me,
Broderick
right. was a little bit late in the process. And when I watched him, and his stature, his explosiveness, his hustle, it just
was late for me,
up.
dog, too, man. It was like a couple days before.
Nose tackle going out to Western Kentucky. He stands out right away because he is a big man. A lot of good physical traits. He's going to be a big run stopper with a good high motor.
Straight dog. That's just whooping the man in front of me as much
fiery,
as I can.
man.
That's all I pride myself.
He's kind of like, he might, Levi's speech in a player. That's what I got the vibe.
He's got a lot of
crazy.
upside in his body, and he's powerful.
Especially in the Shrine Bowl, he was acting crazy.
Really hard.
Very long arms, really good use of his length, and he's a powerful guy. He had a game versus Auburn that I liked, showed some versatility, and he was giving them some problems. I thought they started having to pin and pull him a little bit. I was impressed to see a 340-pound guy hustling to the ball. You see the motor.
It's hard to find guys that big play with the competitiveness and urgency that he plays with.
We're getting one.
That makes sense. That's true.
High intangibles.
Especially like, if you're on the field from down to down to down, man. Now he got rotated. And they actually had some good, I think they had some other big interior defensive line, if I remember right, that were long too.
Real humble guy, but when you talk to him, great personality.
That makes sense, man.
I think he's going to fit in well with a group of guys that we got in that.
And he'll get that here.
Roderick had a really good pro day. His workout was good. We brought him for a visit, and he just kind of lit the room up just with his personality. And Coach John Scott's going to do some really good things with him.
Just talking to him, he kind of like got me going. They tough, they gritty. They want to get out the people on
like
defense.
A 25-inch vertical?
I think they're going to get me where I need to be.
You know, God gave you long arms. He gave you
that's
that
right.
size.
That's right.
You know,
that was
you got
your
it
guy.
In your hips, and you're a guy who's willing to work. I think it's hard for that guy not to blossom and be potentially like he could really be something special. I believe that. But that's why I was fired up.
Well, and this is kind of the thing that makes similarly to Hooker in a sense, right? Like at this point in the draft, it feels like, you know, when you think of like ceiling, like what could they get to, you know? Ceiling wise, it's massive. And by the way, these monitors are gigantic. Like I didn't realize these things are huge. But like ceiling wise, like Hooker's traits lead to a high ceiling. I think same thing here with Martin as well. Doesn't mean he'll hit it, but there is like a lot of growth potential. Who was the pick before?
Blossom and be potentially like he could really be something special. I believe that. But that's why I was fired up.
Picking rooms during battle. Oh my God.
That's the kind of day it was. Now hold up. Let's evaluate though the technique here. Because what I'm seeing, look at him protect himself. Y'all see that? You see how he kind of gave him the look? That's not even Brad Holmes. But he was about to kiss him. No, but that's facts though. Based on what we're seeing. And we thought the same thing, I think. Like man, the way they're moving this board is nasty.
I appreciate you too, bro. That was great. So how's it going? Oh man. I know.
He was pointing high on that board too.
Great job, everybody. Hey, Broderick. It's Brad Holmes, Jamie, Detroit Lions.
So they feel like they nailed this. This is A+, A+,
I'm
right
gonna
here.
get hungry, so I go upstairs on the 6th floor. I get this call, you know, from a 313 number. I'm looking down the phone.
It's been a long day, bro.
My heart dropped.
What's going on, big man? Man, doing great. Hey, congratulations. Hey, you come in here and compete. You're our type of guy. You come in here and you just battle it out. All right, you're gonna fit right.
All right, we've got about 15 minutes left, Chad. Let's finish this.
It's a surreal moment.
I try not to pause too much.
Felt blessed.
Hey, it's been a long day. A lot of excitement. We good?
The noise behind me.
Yeah.
Have fun. Bye-bye. Oh my gosh, I'm so freaked out.
I jetted to the elevator. I was pressing the elevator would come, and we ran down 6 flights of stairs. As fast as I can. I ain't never ran stairs this fast. I don't even like stairs, but I ain't never run this fast. Ran down 6 flights of stairs to get to the lobby to my mama and get to the TV and all that. And you know, when I told my mama, she jumped real high off the ground on me, and you know, and I hugged her for about
that's awesome,
10 seconds.
That's so
you
cool.
know, and just then I just sat in front of the TV and I watched as they called my name.
That's
and
amazing, man. Especially too, because in day 2 they're still. But when you get to day 3, they don't even like, for a lot of them announce it. Like they'll show like in different countries and stuff, but they a lot of times don't even announce it. They just show it on the bottom. Like, so to actually get to see them announce it, that's
in the world.
Oh snap! Wait, I didn't see this one. Hold up. Is that Mapu up there? Oh man. That's so cool, man.
And all the hard work I had to put in.
Oh, they got Crackman on there? Oh,
the long days, the short nights, all that, man. It just finally paid off.
Really excited for what his future is going to be with our football team.
See, look, now dudes are punching there. Come on, Dorsey, don't do it like that. You know the energy is real though when Dorsey's
really
fired up.
excited
Give
for
it.
what his future is going to be. With
He
the
said,
football
"Stop."
Team.
I already got hit
being
once
able
today,
to
dog.
land
Or
Broderick,
yesterday.
That basically was just like, all right, first 2 days, we're good.
Nailed it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I'm still urgent. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to be scared to take good players, and it was a guy that we wanted.
Dude, that one would have hurt.
That's nuts though. So like my man said earlier in chat, so 77, they moved up to 98 or it's a 96, something like that. It's like 20 picks, dog. They were just
hustles.
Day 1 and 2 couldn't have been any better, and with all the movement that we did and all the trades,
they're going through it, man. It's been a rough day, man. Rough couple days.
It's 2 days. That's a heck of a haul.
It's nasty.
Turned up pretty good. Oh my God. Turned up pretty good. It's a great job, man.
Oh, he got the villain on the door. I didn't even notice that.
Driving home, you get at 9, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's like, damn, we did a lot.
Brad, anything else to me?
We're all done. I didn't had enough.
That was
I didn't have enough today. It's a really good day.
Yeah, it was a great day. Oh my gosh, congratulations.
So they won't show much of day 3, it looks like, here of these picks. I mean, we didn't have a lot of picks here because of that trade, but maybe we'll get a little insight. I like to see him talk about the players a little bit.
All right. What are you doing?
Oh, Dorsey went old school
Top
for
of
this.
the morning, you guys. Or whatever it is. It's the 3rd day.
That's right, because it is earlier.
Cleaned up in 2 days. Of the starters, kick-ass players.
A bunch of starters. Y'all heard that? See?
Day 3 as a whole.
Those
was kinda
everybody
weird
that we
because
drafted could
it was my first
legit
time
be starters
that I
at
was
some
involved
point.
in trading a player on your roster.
And that's not
while
crazy to
doing
say.
the
Like that could you could say with any
draft
pick,
at the same time. It was different than having to be able to focus just on those picks on that day, and that's all you're doing. So I'm back and forth, and I'm checking back, and I'm just like, okay, Kobe's still there. He's still there.
Yep. Oh, we got you. He does trust you.
So, okay, so they talk about that versatility because he played tackle, and now he's kind of like a guard. But the strong arms is what stands out there, man. Because I thought that was what kind of like just his play style would help him at guard. Just how quick he would like to get into people.
Well, I think right now
He's definitely more of an attacker. So I kind of get that, but I thought he's more of an attacking kind
probably
of.
this kid here, Swartzdale, William, and
But we had no idea. I mean, I had no idea who this dude was. He was the one. I was, hey man, he's a lineman, so that's what it says.
Well, I think right now.
I like how involved she is, though. She wants to know, man.
Probably this kid here, Swartzdale, William, and Manny. He's got flex. He's got, potentially guard, center, maybe even tackle. He just, smaller school, needs reps.
Yeah, because, and maybe he was just kind of going more based on what Brad was telling him, but he was thinking more interior for the guy, maybe even tackle. But he played tackle.
Bit, but he has the ability to develop.
Yeah, right.
He's willing to. He's smart. So, yeah.
Cool.
I was with my family. We were in Dallas, Texas, and I
nice.
remember
We get some
it
behind
was
the
the 5th round,
scenes.
and that was like I kind of knew I was going to get drafted in that range.
Paint flex is good too. Yeah. You good with that? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Offensive line here was beautiful. Oh, it's so money. I mean, even though I had no idea at the time anything about the dude, just the fact that they went offensive lineman felt so good. It was like, oh yes, perfect, man, because we needed that. It felt like we still needed that.
You don't know, so you better have some other players,
Source will do
within
kind of have that vibe, right? With the little, with his hair like that.
Oh, Source of Buck.
Kind of got some Stenberg vibe. So they were thinking of another offensive lineman. I'm kind of curious actually, and I'm gonna do this because I know we're about done with this inside the den. I want to see who could he have been talking about there. I just want to see because we're talking round 5, right? I'm wondering. I just kind of need a refresher. So we're going round 5. This pick was made at 152. And around that area, offensive line wise, we had Mafi. He was a guard, so maybe and now he was a different body type. This is more of your zone blocker, but Mafi went before him, and then maybe a little bit after the pick, we saw Jordan McFadden. So I wonder. I was a Jordan McFadden guy. I wonder if that was someone because he wasn't far off, and that's who I always was mocking to us from McFadden. Like I said, I didn't know nothing about William & Mary, Kobe Sorstal, but. You know, he was the guy that played tackle too.
Kobe was the true definition I thought would play more guard, process working.
Let's see.
He is a guy who came up slowly through our process, and it's a good process.
You're dealing with a pool of thousands of players.
I don't really pay attention. I don't really pay attention to the Tigers,
final,
man.
However many you got on the board.
He was found by our scouting assistants. They watched this kid. They got him up to our pro staff. The pro staff watched him, and then they gave me a call and had me find out about the background and evaluate the tape, and I liked the tape right away.
When I was able to get my eyes on Kobe, it was like, whoa, all right, like I think we're working with something with this dude.
Man.
Kobe Sorstal is a
that game was nasty. Who was this? Was this Richmond?
Right away.
When I was able to get my eyes
I'm bad with
on
these
Kobe,
schools, man.
Like,
we did this video. I was so bad with the schools. I was literally, if y'all saw the video, we were talking about Kobe Sorstal. We broke him down. I was like just saying colors. I was so bad with like the name recognition of the schools and like the players. But I do remember this. I remember this play. I remember this play because he was finishing, man.
Sorstal
he was finishing.
Dan Campbell type guy. Another tough, gritty guy. Hair
that play was
out
in the video for sure.
I'm pretty sure that was in there. He was playing to the whistle every snap. He was
there
just
you go again. And this is, bro, this is what he was doing. This is what every single game, multiple times. This
Dan Campbell type guy. Another tough, gritty guy. Hair hanging out the back of his helmet.
Hey, the hair, dog.
You see it on film. He was playing to the whistle.
Right there, boom. Look at that. He got right under his arm.
He was just taking guys to the ground.
He was doing that all the time.
A guy that played very well at William & Mary as a right tackle. Got invited to the East-West All-Star game, played some guard. Really excited to get a guy that can play multiple positions, and he's got the personality. He's the right human being, and he's just a fit for what we're about.
I like to have fun. This
definitely could. Yeah, that would make sense, Brody.
It's a kid's game. We're fortunate enough to play it as grown men, and I love joking around with the guys. But out on the field, man, I'm
Kobe,
a smart
19 months.
Person, but there's something to be said about being in the
my
trenches.
guy. That's my guy in the building. Showed up at 118.
Play it as grown
Shout out to
men,
everybody that's in here, man. I appreciate
you. Around with the guys,
my
but
man.
out on the field, man, I'm a smart and calculated person.
Kobe, when I see your name, man, there's some energy about it because I'm just like, man, that's my dude.
Up and you got to play it as grown men, and I love joking around with the guys. But out on the field, man, I'm a smart and calculated person. But there's something to be said about being in the trenches. You got to strap your helmet up, and you got to punch somebody in the mouth.
That was kind of my thing, though, right? Like when he locks out like that,
I'm going out there and being
like that grip strength. I thought it would help him at guard, just getting on people like that. Get on him quick.
This kid.
Like when they kind of just, or when he would jump set guys, just get on him quick, man.
Just playing physical, playing with grit, having strength, playing smart. His understanding of angles and getting to the second level.
Definitely in terms of like finishing and stuff, I can see it. Now Jenkins, of course, was bigger competition, but
playing with grit, having strength.
I can see in terms of the finishing aspect. I see where you're coming from.
His understanding of angles and getting to the second level.
And he was a tackle to guard now. So.
I knew once I got the character on this guy, I was like, he's gonna fit in perfectly with what we do in the culture around here. So
look, he leading
personal character, check, it's good. Football character, check, even better. Mental, check, even better. Position flexibility, check. So I'm glad we got Kobe.
And the whole weekend was a blur.
That's awesome.
I mean, I remember getting the call, and then
I saw that today. Skipper to the Colts, man.
It's Brad Holmes, general manager of Detroit Lions. How you doing?
Shout out to them.
We're fired up for you, man. We like your versatility, man. We like how you compete, man.
The phone call went, hey, this is Brad Holmes from the Detroit Lions, and I was like, what's going on, Brad? I was just so excited I couldn't even get words out.
You got a lot of versatility. You got a lot of room to grow too. Everything about you says that you're going to put everything into it to get better. So we're excited, man. You fit us like a glove. So welcome, man.
It was awesome, and I remember just coming back to my family, and everybody had their phones out recording me, and it was it was surreal.
Kobe. Hey, that was fire. That was fire. You just walked out of the room like that.
Had their phones out recording me, and it was surreal.
Okay. He reminds me of Easy, man. That's got that energy, dog. Tell me this is bro. Y'all can't tell me that this is just coincidence. That every clip from now on, chat. Every clip. Look where Dan's at. Look where Brad's at. Every clip, bro. At some point, we just got to be real with what's happening
process here. And being able to land him where we were able to get him, that's what you feel good about.
I'm glad they put this in. I wasn't expecting that, honestly, the late round guys.
Antoine Green, so that was easy. That was easy at 219. Like, wait, this dude's still there.
Now, my man sent me the Brownlee catch today, and I saw that earlier, which was nasty. I was a Brownlee guy. I remember we were sitting here for this pick. Green was the guy that they brought in for the visit. So Green was one of the other guys I had on the list. But I was a Brownlee guy, but I knew about Green, and I had went through a few of his games. So I was definitely happy with this draft pick at the time. No issues with it. I like that they went receiver. And especially now, like, I even have kind of a different view of his skill set. But we were prepped when we took him, man. We had some notes on him already, so he's good.
It's a guy that we had higher than the 7th round that we were just kind of shocked that he was still there.
Don't mind if he's sitting there at 219. Yeah, I'm with it. I mean, I like him. Well, there you go. You just
see, he's talking about my guy. He said I like him better than Brownlee. Look, you didn't have to do that, man. You don't have to do me like that. Like I was.
I'm all for it. No, I love it.
It's kind of disrespectful the way that he had that tone.
Yeah, I am.
Was thrilled with how he went. It was another guy that we had a lot of affinity for in the
that process. That was his best catch. I'm glad they showed that first. I think that was his best catch from this past season. That was my favorite catch because that was like the Kelvin catch. I don't remember who was it. The Colts. It was against the Colts, I think. He had a very similar catch. And hey, Megatwan. I love that. I absolutely love that. Oh, I muted it. That's what that looked like
in the process. Randall L. and Seth, had a lot of love for him as well, which matched up with our conviction.
Good player to get. We feel like he can catch it pretty cleanly.
He was hitting those
run pretty good routes, and he stretched the field. That's one of the biggest things we see just in terms of him getting off the ball and going.
Bay to the end zone. Antoine Green, touchdown Carolina. A diving catch by Antoine Green.
I think we've seen all these.
And I love to win. My ultimate goal is I want to win the Super Bowl with this team, so that's what we're going to
I don't think I've seen this dude with his helmet off. See, this one was kind of clean, bro, because I think we were talking about, like, top of the route kind of thing.
It's got size. He's got.
Look at the toe tap. The toe tap. Hey!
Speed.
Come on,
he's
man.
a good kid. Yeah. He's smart.
I'm a playmaker, man. I stretch the field.
This is what I loved. I remember showing this clip. I think the quality was garbage on this clip that I showed. But I love this, bro. The way that he would, like. I love this run after catch. It was actually something that I liked a lot about him that I didn't expect.
He's smart.
But this kind of thing, man, the way that he would, like, find these holes.
I stretch the field.
I always, like, try to look for, like, they make themselves a target late. But he was so good at this.
I'm able to do everything, run short routes, long routes, intermediate routes, anything. So, I mean, I like to stretch the field and stretch out the defense. I've faced a lot of adversity in my career, and I'm still here. So, my mom always told me just be better than I was yesterday. So, competing with myself all the time and not worrying about anybody else. It's just my testimony, and I give all my glory to God.
He's wired right. He's got some development to do, but I know that if we didn't get up to 219 for the trip.
That was clutch. I think that may have tied the game. That was a big-time catch, and we had to use the same angle on ours. That was a big-time grab. That was clutch.
He's got some development to do, but I know that if we didn't get up to 219 for the trade with Philly, Antoine Green was
Dan in the back again. I didn't even see it, dog. Look, yo, you can't tell me. Ever since the very beginning of this, every clip has looked something like this. You just don't sit anymore. Oh, here we go. I'm sorry, I gotta calm down. But I want to see what's happening. And San Francisco. Now it wouldn't have been here; it would have been later. San Francisco took Ronnie Bell like right before the draft ended, so they did go receiver. So he was onto something there. He just didn't do it there, I guess.
Buffalo took
Since he got my boy. Who did they take?
Had to get past him.
I mean, it was a great experience overall. I was just at peace with whatever was going to happen that day. So I'm just grateful for everything that had led me to that point in my life.
Brownlee went, I think, he went after. He went to the Giants. I think he went a little bit later.
Travis Bell, we're on the clock.
It was crazy to me because it's something I dreamed of mine.
That's exactly what happened. He might have been pointing to the stream. Y'all asked me, I think y'all like, hey, man, who's receiver? And I was like, I like Brownlee. Like, I like Green more than this guy. That's tough. That's what.
It was crazy to me because it's something I dreamed of my entire life. And just waiting on that moment and having him call me was a dream come true to me.
You ready to be aligned? All right, man. Well, we're about to turn your card in right here, man. Turn this pick in, man. Well, congratulations.
I love that shirt, man. The shirt with Dan on it's awesome.
Mr. Green, congratulations. You hear me?
Look at Dan. Look at Dan. I gotta stop. Yo, I got it. Did you see the jerk motion though? He's kind of like, hold up. Hold up.
You hear me?
He's sneaking up on, dog. He's sneaking up on.
Hello?
No.
Hello?
Oh, he did hang up on it. That's what he said.
Hey,
Yeah.
Antoine, the head coach wants to talk to you real quick. And our owner. Hold on real quick, all right?
Antoine, you hang up on me, man. Oh, man, congratulations.
We check that HRT again.
Oh, good, man. Hold on to your celebration here. I'm going to pass you to Sheila Hamp, okay, our owner. All right, congrats, man.
That's great, man.
Hang on, John. We thought you ran away. Okay, good. Well, I know you're fast, so I thought maybe you'd run away. But anyway, congratulations.
Hey, Sheila pulled out the scouting report on him.
Awesome.
Hold up. I know what that 40 time would look like.
You've got a lot of excitement behind you.
I know what he read at 4.46.
Good. All right. Well, you take care. Have fun celebrating. Congratulations, and we'll see you soon.
To be able to land him, especially at 219, it couldn't have been any better.
Great job, Brad. Wow.
A lot of good work, Church. Yeah. A lot of great work. Brad and I have a true vision of the way that we see this roster and the type of players we acquire.
I've always said, let's make sure we get the intangibles right. Let's make sure that we're right on the human being.
You really need to meet a certain type of criteria, and those guys check those boxes. They endear themselves to their teammates.
By the way, I think he wears 26. I love the 26 on it. I think that's fine.
Got real
See, he was throwing me off with the 46. I was just like, who is
character,
this dude?
and then they're productive
standing
players.
out, man. And him and Broderick wearing the 98 is kind of frustrating because everybody has like a similar number. I think Bo's like 96, so you kind of like.
We want guys that are
when they
smart,
have their jerseys all
wrinkled,
wrinkled, it's hard to tell.
Instinctive. You know, we want guys that are
massive,
relentless.
so
we know what we're doing. We know who we want, and everybody is on the same page in terms of what we're trying to accomplish and the culture that we have in place. And it all starts with our scouts. They make this entire engine run.
You know, it's always great to see your guys from your area who you kind of pound your fists on the table for to get drafted. So it is a good feeling because you do put a lot of work in trying to get these guys and get them right. And when it actually happens, it's a really good feeling.
You know, you do work on a guy for 2 years and you want to be able to talk about him, and they really listen around here. Like, you really get your chance to go in and really tell how you feel about a guy.
I rock with the 26, bro. I like it. I like that. He probably will at some point.
All their hard work that
Oh, 46 was your number, so you got to get that jersey then, or at least the shirt.
You know, working in football, we all have sacrifice, and it's long hours, being away from your family, and being away from home all the time. I could see that. And so, when players from your area are players that you know will make an impact on the organization, and you can bring those players in, all the long hours, all the time away from home, all the nights in hotel rooms, all the bad food, it kind of comes to fruition.
Oh, come on, man. Don't disrespect hotel food.
It's such a collaborative effort, and it's not, you can just say collaboration, but you have to be with the right people, and we just have the right people in our...
Hey, real quick, though, before this thing wraps up. So we plan on being live tomorrow at some point. I think around like 4 with Brad. I won't be at camp tomorrow, unfortunately. But, so I won't have like new notes, but we could talk about camp a little more tomorrow and those kind of things. So, you know, we'll see what we were able to gather from Dan and stuff. I want to talk about some of these UDFAs, but whatever. We'll talk about whatever, honestly. And then Thursday, I should be there, so I'll be able to give new notes, things like that. I asked you guys, like, what you guys want me to look out for, so feel free, man. Just, like, let me know on Instagram, things like that. And also, we have a sponsorship that we're going to kind of announce. I won't do it tonight because I don't have all the details, but we'll have some sponsors of things, meaning for the first time I introduce it, I want to do a little giveaway. So make sure you're there tomorrow if you can be, because I want to, you know, kind of announce like a little bit of a giveaway that I'm planning to do. So anyway, I'll let this thing finish
And
up.
also it comes down to the conviction. We took the same approach in 21.
Dang, he missed another high five?
And also
Bro.
it comes down to the
No, this may
conviction.
not have been. I remember seeing a video. Was it Patricia that missed the high five? Oh, no. Look at this. Look at this.
The same.
I might give Rod
have
Wood a
the
little bit
right
of the blame for
people in our
this.
group. And
because
also it comes down to the
he set
conviction.
the hand up high. Look at how he did it. He put his hand up here, and then as Brad, like, you see how Brad's like visioning where he's gonna go with that hand placement. He drops it. Look at Brad. He's like, dang. Y'all don't see it, but really in his head, you see that smile? It's a fake smile. He knows what Rod just did. Oh. And now, now look where we're at. Now I don't even know what's going on. What are we doing? Is this like some game or something? Oh man! And then you got Dan in the background just struggling. All this is going on, right? And then here's Dan. Dan struggling. This is what y'all need to remember from this video. This image. Screenshot this, right? This.
Same approach in 21. We took the same approach in 22.
Hey,
We're going
there
to
you go.
continue taking that same approach.
I feel like every year we've added competition in each group. But the bottom line
Can't
is
make
their
this stuff
personal
up.
character would tell you they have the ability to develop.
Remember that.
And that's what we want.
Keep
When
that
you
in
come in
mind
this
from this
building,
draft.
you just know what you're getting into.
At least
You're a good college
Sheila
football
was
player,
excited.
and then
You
you
see
have
that
to
smile? She
restart
was happy.
when you get to the National Football League. So I've already learned so much and see what I can do and put it out there on the field.
They didn't put so much faith into me, and I'm.
Hey,
I'm
as this
working
thing's
hard. I
wrapping
can
up,
be the best player I can be.
who is your
I'm most excited to get
favorite
to play
draft
football.
pick to watch this
Just trying to
season?
soak it all up from
I
the
wanna hear
coaching
what you
staff
guys-
down
your
to the
guys'
veteran
answers,
players who have been here, and I'm just excited to keep it rolling.
The
most-
shock
who
value
you most
of being
excited
in
to
the
see?
NFL's gone, and now it's just
Rookie.
getting ready to work, and I'm excited
Draft pick.
for what we're going to do.
You already said that.
Every one of these guys we got are football players. And for guys to go win
I would
those
like to
jobs,
see an Antoine
man,
Reed
they have
answer
to
here.
scratch
I ain't
and
mad
claw
at that.
for them.
I've worked very hard, to get here. I'm going to continue to learn, continue
Man, you
to be
can say
hungry.
Hooker, but
And now that I'm
people
here, it's
see
a
it.
blessing.
Playing in the league, playing with my teammates, seeing what kind of team we can be, and I think we're building something special.
For me to be out there,
I like
with my
that
friends,
26, dog. That's fire.
I'm blessed. We're working on a goal to win a Super Bowl, and that's my main objective. And whatever I can do to get on
Branch
the
is
field to
tough.
help them, that's my main goal.
I think our
Branches is
fans are
gone.
going to be really, really proud and really excited about what they see. And I'm not saying like a year and a
Hooker
2
by far.
year.
See,
we
and
believe
that's
that
why I
these
said
guys are ready
that
to go right
Hungry Panda, because I knew you was gonna say Hooker, so I didn't want to be like, you can't say Hendon Hooker. I'll be like, you can say it, because I knew you were gonna say it. San Laporta, yep, I get it, man. Hooker eventually, and Branch and Starling. Okay, see, I like that. You threw it in the UDFA. We're gonna talk about Starling, I think, a little more tomorrow. All of Dion. See you next time. Appreciate you, Kobe. Thanks for hopping in, man. This was fantastic. The Lions needed. They did exactly what they always do. They nailed this. They created a movie. And this is like IMDb should give this a very high score because this was fantastic. By the way, I'm going to throw this off the screen, man. But yeah, we are, wow, it's late. Y'all are hanging in there with me. I appreciate it. I wasn't even going to go live. I was just going to record this. Like, let's just go live because why not? And yeah, that's where I'll leave it, man. So I hopefully will see y'all tomorrow. A little bit of a giveaway going down. Gibbs and Martin. Can't wait to see Laporta. That's kind of where I am, man. Laporta and Branch are, I mean, you can't really answer because I want to see them all, but I'm really excited about those two, especially after seeing this. Iowa tight end to replace an Iowa tight end. Exactly. And like the scout said, right? Best receiving tight end, he felt like. The route running. They like the ball skills. You said Branch. Okay, see, I go with that. Ibrahim was 25 for a rookie. That's... Oh, I can't read it. The emojis is in the way. I don't know what's going on there. Great video. I appreciate y'all. Have a good night. Most of y'all on Eastern time, so this is awesome that y'all are here with me. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Inside the Den. Killed it. I'm a little upset that I didn't get some of my, they could have put a little bit of my, sound bites in there. Anyway, we out. I don't know what I'm doing. It's been a second since we've been live. Let me just end it on this end. And, yeah. Shout out to the donos, man. The gifted membership. That was awesome. And I'll see y'all next time, man. That's not cool. I got to do something. We need something better than that. I have toilet paper right here. Did it end? Oh.